Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
It's a special thing. A special thing to be able to start another work week together with our listening audience as a family. Welcome to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Was it the best weekend of your life? We sure hope so. What do you think, Josh? You down or what?
I'm totally down. Yeah, I had a weekend where I did next to nothing, which is usually my favorite type of weekend.
Yeah, same here. Stayed inside, or I guess stayed in the surrounding area of my house because I went outside a couple times. It was nice.
You stayed in the surrounding areas of your house.
Yeah, I don't want to lie and say that I stayed inside the whole time.
Is it because of your ankle monitor?
I was going to say, that sounds like it's court-ordered.
Exactly. I can only go so far. I can't even go to the mailbox.
I did a tour of the house just to pick up all the garbage that accumulated over the winter.
Yeah, I thought about that.
And then...
Thought about it, never got around to it.
You did it? Yeah.
I stared at it out the window. This is a difficult time of year because when the snow melts, it exposes everything you didn't get done in the fall.
Yeah,
Right.
I wasn't looking forward to that. I was outside a couple days ago, and
In the surrounding area of your house?
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I noticed there was a bunch of leaves, and I was like, gosh, why are there so many leaves blowing around? And I was like, oh, yeah, because I didn't pick them up
Because
in
you
the fall.
because you got drunk last fall. That's why. Right.
I put in like 2 weeks of work last year getting rid of leaves, Ashley, and we have a bunch too. We have a vortex in my house. It kind of sits in like a little bit of a bowl in the neighborhood. So we get everybody's garbage,
That's
all
not
the
fair.
leaves, everything. So we did that over the weekend, and I took down our basketball hoop. It was listing. It was the world's most garbage basketball hoop. Every year I'd put that Rust-Oleum on it because it was mostly rust.
Yeah, I've played basketball on your basketball hoop, and that thing was leaning forward or backward or sideways. It was off balance 5 years ago.
Yeah, even then, right? And
so you got rid of it altogether.
Well, yeah. The kids are old enough to dunk on it. And a couple of them, my son, is so dumb that they'd hang on it, and all of a sudden it would kind of move a little more. And I'd say, hey, dummy, can't you tell? Like, this is happening. So it was becoming it was unsafe. And I thought, well, it's probably going to take a little effort to get this thing down. I barely had to touch it, and it went over, it was very satisfying.
Teetered right over for you.
I bet that was fun.
I got a funny feeling deep in my soul. You want to hear about it?
Of course.
I think I ought to go see Slave Raider at Medina Ballroom on Friday night.
Oh, they're always a great time.
Sounds really cool.
I've been looking at the calendar over there at Medina. I think I ought to go see Slave Raider. You want to meet me at the Slave Raider concert on Friday night, Josh?
Friday night. Let me pull up the schedule. I got a birthday dinner for my mother on Friday. Nobody say anything rude.
That's not going to end well.
For my mom on Friday night.
What's for dessert?
Was that a gross comment about my mom?
No, never. Why would I was genuinely curious what you're going to have for dessert.
I don't know.
Probably
birthday cake. I couldn't tell you.
Well, your mother's
Cake, huh?
your mother's not going to keep you out too late.
Well, I mean,
You're not one of her men.
It starts at 7, and I can't go out too much further than
All right.
dinner,
I was
right?
thinking
Starts at 7. You're gonna have pre-dinner.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? You have lunch, second lunch, pre-dinner, and then dinner. What time do they go on stage?
I don't know. I was thinking of going to see Slave Raider. Sounds like you got things going on.
Well, I mean, if it gets done early, I don't know what the plan is. My mom likes to drink, so we might go out and she can have half a Bartles and James somewhere. It's a special occasion.
Our pal Dr. P. Jesus is going to stop by today, so we look forward to that.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
my God.
Dana, you let that go right on a Monday morning.
I know. I tried to get to the mic. I tried to get to the button, but it wasn't going to happen.
You know, I can't figure out how it happens.
I don't either.
It's incredible how loud your neck is. Like Ashley and I, we have to stare at each other a couple times a day wondering, how does this happen?
I love it.
Yeah, I apologize for that one. Especially, you said, Josh, on Monday morning, nobody needed that. I should have hit the dump button.
It's only 5:45.
I should have hit the dump button as if I just dropped the loudest MFer of all time.
You know what we need to do is we got to name that thing because it's become a character on the show, much like the leaf blower guy for a while that would be behind our guy Brad Ryder. I got to figure this out.
Well, I thought we named it months ago. Maybe our listeners can't pick it up. We can pick it up in our headphones, but Dana's neck farts into the microphone for us. So I thought we named it neck fart.
Not that I remember.
You know, one of those guttural burps that's climbing up your gastrointestinal system before it leaves your throat. It kind of makes a sound before it leaves your body.
That was the loudest one yet.
Yeah, that one was bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even really notice it. Maybe just because I'm used to it. But that one definitely I could tell. Like in my head, I kind of said, "Here we go."
Well, you tell us, listeners. Did you catch that? Okay, one of our listeners said they heard it loud and clear.
Yeah, we get texts on it.
Neck fart. That's the character for now. I can't. I don't know what's wrong with you. Why it's so audible. I mean, the rest of us are completely on top of our microphones also because we have to be because the microphones are so low quality. All of us have neck farts. I don't know why your neck farts are so audible.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Your microphone is out.
Your
to get
microphone
you.
is too loud.
It's too close to see. Like I always just kind of back up or have mine off just to make sure none of those noises go. But the problem is sometimes you toggle that thing right, and you're like, I'll have it off and I'll forget, and I'll think I have to hit my cough button when I'm going to cough, and I'll turn it on and cough right into the stupid microphone.
I've done that.
A few listeners have texted in now to say they usually don't hear the neck fart, but that one they heard.
Yeah, there's no mistaking that one.
And it was
There's a perfect pause of silence there.
It was right after I mentioned that Dr. P. Jesus is coming into the studio later, so maybe someone write that down. The first thing we should ask Dr. P. about is neck farts.
Do you get acid reflux or anything?
No, not really. Not that I know of.
As Rat Rod Jesus says, holy balls, who didn't hear that? Yeah, every once in a while we'll get a text on it saying, did you hear that? We do. We hear quite a bit.
People who are listening to a different radio station heard that.
All right, so Friday night, Josh is off to his mama birthday. You mind if I keep picking on you, Cubby? You're a techie guy. You're a techie guy, right? You love technology.
I enjoy it. I wish I was better at it.
Didn't you spend the weekend fixing some type of mixing board that you use here in our garbage radio studios?
As you guys know, it failed us a couple times. And so, I took it home to try and figure it out. It's all good.
Nice.
Would you say that your home has its fair share of new world high-tech things going on?
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, certainly. I don't know if it's more than everybody, but I do like that kind of stuff.
Let's find out. I was just reading about some cute techie products. I'm going to go ahead and read them aloud, and you tell me, the rest of us, all of us, tell me if you have the product, and if not, whether or not you'd want it. How does that sound?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
He spent the weekend fixing a soundboard. He's got a soldering iron in one hand. He's got a, what else would you use to fix a soundboard?
Oh, no, I didn't get that. I don't know how to do any of that kind of
You've
stuff.
got a, what do you call this thing? You put that down.
A welding mask?
You got a welding mask on. I'm going to read, at least in my book, this is fancy schmancy, high tech. But you know my level of knowledge of technological. So I'm going to read the product. You tell me if you have it, and if not, if you'd want it. A refrigerator with Wi-Fi.
I do not.
Oh, I do.
Would you want one?
No, I don't. I mean, I wouldn't turn it down, but I can't imagine spending the extra money on it.
What does a refrigerator with Wi-Fi do for you? Ashley.
Well, mine's very basic, so I'm connected to my fridge from my phone, and it'll let me know when the doors are open. I can check to see like what the temperature is in the fridge right now.
Is that something you need to
I can change
regularly
the temp.
check?
No, not at all. But it's just kind of like I don't know, some fun little thing it
Does
has.
it tell you what's inside of it?
No, I don't have one of those. Those are sweet, though. I would love that. When I'm at the store and I can't remember if I need butter or not.
That is a cool feature.
Yeah. Or else I end up with like 4 sour creams at home. Ugh.
Josh, do you have a smart water bottle that tracks hydration anywhere in the house?
Josh, we need those.
Yeah, that would help with our contest.
We need to link up.
We keep each other accountable.
like a
They should
pee-
have like a social aspect to it. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where I can say, Ashley's drinking a lot more water than you today. You better step up. No, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Do you have a toothbrush with Bluetooth?
No.
Would you want one?
No, I can't, unless there's some compelling reason.
Right.
Does it play music or something? That'd be cool.
I don't have a friggin' clue. I still just go back and forth like a 5-year-old with the manual toothbrush. Everyone else has these automatic numbers. I don't know what's going on with that movement. Do you have a TV with a built-in camera?
No.
Would you want one?
No.
What does it do, film you while you're watching TV?
Well, probably, I'm sure. But I think the idea is, right, to adjust light temperature, right, or to
Light temperature?
like figuring out like what your room looks like and then adjusting the screen based on that.
Oh, that'd be kind of nice.
Apps for your washing machine?
Yes, we need our washer and dryer died on us. Well, specifically the washing machine. So we got new ones, and we do have that.
Oh, yeah, you tell us that sometimes. You'd be like, oh, yeah, the laundry's done.
So does that mean you can open up your phone right now and turn on your washing machine just to scare everyone who's at the house?
Boy, good question. I don't know if we can. I think I can turn it on. It's just an alert like, hey, dude, your stuff's going to reek. It's been sitting there for half an hour.
Oh, that's the worst.
Do you have voice assistants for everything, it says here? I don't know what they mean by everything, but it says voice assistants for everything.
I
yeah.
imagine they mean like your whole house is hooked up to Alexa kind of.
Turn on the lights, turn off
Yeah,
the lights.
we've got that.
Check.
That's how we listen to the radio. Yeah, we've got one of those for sure.
What else do you command your house to do?
Well, yeah, like you said, lights.
Heat?
Yep. Also, like
you can-
doors.
The security cameras, I don't...
Start my car. That kind of thing.
Security cameras aren't mentioned, I don't think, in this rundown of hot, hip,
That we have a lot
techie
of.
things, but you have security cameras.
Yeah. After our house got broken into, we have like a television station worth of security cameras.
I don't know what they mean, again, by everything, but next is QR codes on everything.
No, but I want to
yeah.
do that.
So what does that do for you?
So, where you scan that little the little square box with the squigglies in it?
Sure.
I thought about doing that for organization, like where we have a bunch of stuff in bins, taking pictures of it and have a little note that says what's in there, and then I could just scan the outside of the bin, and a picture will pop up and say, hey, here's what's in here. Brian.
Instead of taking a magic marker and writing on the bin old clothes, you put a little sticker on it.
Yeah.
And then you point your phone at the sticker, and it'll tell you what's inside the... You don't even have
like
to
Big
open
Johnson T-shirts from 1987.
My husband wants to do the same thing, Josh. Right now, he's settling for having a notes app where it's like this bin, and then he has a whole list of everything that's in it.
That is smart because there's nothing worse when you want one specific thing and you're going through 9 bins trying to find it.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I use a magic marker and write what's on the side of the...
That's just not as fun.
I have 1 or 2 bins in the basement where the contents have changed over the years. In 1995, that was where I kept my T-shirts, so I wrote T-shirts on the bin. But then I switched the T-shirts to another bin, so then I had to cross out T-shirts with the magic marker, and now it says work boots, even though I don't have a real... You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it looks like a 5-year-old invaded my basement. Do you have motion sensor trash cans?
No.
Would you want a motion sensor trash can?
No, I think I'm okay.
I always hated those. I hate those at other people's houses because
Well,
I hate when I'll like walk past it and then some of them are loud and it'll open and I'm like,
time out, because we don't understand what that is. So what is a motion sensor trash can?
So you got a trash can, right?
Yeah.
And then you wave your little hand over the trash can and it opens.
Oh,
Because
Wow.
opening a trash can is just so difficult.
Well, if your
It's
hands are
nice-
full.
Yeah, or if they're dirty.
So what bothered you is you'd walk past your friend's trash can and it would snap at you.
It would scare me.
Yeah.
We did get a motion sensor faucet on our main floor where all the teenagers use the bathroom.
I gotta
those
tell
never
you.
work for me.
It sucks.
Okay.
It's terrible.
All right.
I mean, it works, but it's like basically conjuring some sort of magic spell. You have to do it just right. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know if you guys remembered, but when you came over last summer, or whenever that was, I put up instructions on the wall on how to use it because it's stupidly confusing.
Oh, I just
Don't
peed on the
remember.
floor and didn't wash my hands.
Don't
so.
blame you.
I just remember
That's what the kids do.
Exactly. I knew you wouldn't notice. So
My wife won't even use that bathroom.
I don't remember that about your house. I just remember the free Chipotle and the bucket of mixed nuts that you got for the party that I could not stop eating. Do you have smart mirrors that display the weather report?
Oh, hell yeah.
do you really?
Yeah.
Dude, those are so sweet.
Yep.
Refrigerators with giant touch screens?
No, it's just a regular, dumb, super cheap, stupid fridge.
Smart light bulbs? Oh, do you want a refrigerator with giant
No.
touch screen? Do you have smart light bulbs that stop working when the Wi-Fi goes down?
Oh, we have smart light bulbs, but I guess I'm not sure if they stop working when the Wi-Fi goes
No,
down.
you can turn them on or off.
Yeah. It's,
But almost every light bulb I have is smart.
I love having those where you can like change the color to whatever you want. My husband's obsessed with any type of lighting that you can change. Obsessed.
Oh, people are saying, yeah, I do that too. People are saying those smart trash cans are the ones with the motion sensor. Not good when you have dogs that can figure it out.
Awesome.
We've got one of those slide-out drawers where the garbage and recycling is, and our last dog, may he rest in peace, he figured out how to open that thing with
Same
his big
here.
paws.
We're rolling through some of these truly fascinating items you can have in your home now, where everything is automated with the voice and the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth and the touch screen. I'm checking on Cubby, the techiest guy that I think we all know, seeing what he's got in the house. I don't know what this means. A treadmill with a social network? What does that mean?
No, would that be like a Peloton of
Yeah,
some sort?
something like that where you can run as a community and share your results and whatnot.
I know,
Does he-
despite my physique, I do get on the treadmill every day, and I'll tell you what, it was a $300 treadmill, and I've had it for 12 years. The up and down part doesn't work, and that broke almost immediately, so it's just
You still walk on that pig?
every day.
Do you have a toaster with a touch screen?
Didn't even know that was a thing.
Seems so
Cool.
unnecessary.
Do you have salt shakers that measure your sodium intake?
No.
Do you have a subscription service for printers?
Yes. It's just the ink. It's cheaper to do it that way. So it's like, I think I pay $1.09 a month.
Your refrigerator does not play music. We covered that. Didn't we?
Yes.
Yep.
Your refrigerator?
Well, we talked just smart fridge in general.
Yeah. You have automatic. Did you just say something about automatic soap dispensers?
Faucet.
Faucet.
Yeah.
Do you have smart pet feeders that send you a notification every time your pet eats?
No.
I gotta-
We're with them.
I'm sorry.
We're with them. We just wait till they eat. It takes 2.5 seconds and then take them out after.
Right.
I have a motion sensor story from a gal friend of mine who doesn't get out much, obviously. And that kind of sucks because we don't see her as often as we used to. She's a lot of laughs. Not involved in modern technology. Makes sense that she would be my friend, right?
Of course.
So she went off to a fancy schmancy hotel a number of years ago, and she hadn't been out the house in 10 years. And the door of the hotel, as you know, opened with the little key fob, right?
Yeah,
She'd never
the card.
seen that before. Little key card, thank you. She'd never seen that before. You push the card up against the door, the green light, you go in the... Oh, my God. Last time I went to a hotel, you needed a key. She goes into the bathroom. It's got motion sensors for the faucets. It's got motion sensors for the soap. And then this and that. Everything in the hotel room was motion censored, and she was completely thrown and impressed. Had a few drinks in her. It came time to leave the hotel. Oh, this was a casino, because she wants to go down to the main floor and do some gambling. So she was so locked into this thought of motion sensor everything that she walked up to the elevator doors and she's waving her body in front of the elevator doors, and she's waving her hands in front of what must be the and then she's waving her hands towards the other side of the elevator, but it won't open. Here comes a hotel employee who sees this crazy lady dancing in front of the elevator, and the hotel employee walks up and pressed the down button.
What a cute, adorable lady. I love that. If I walked up on that,
yeah,
she'd be my new friend.
And she, the whole way down, riding with this hotel employee, she's explaining, I'm sorry, I'm not a jackass. I assumed the elevator doors were also.
I don't get out much. I do hate when you walk up to automatic doors and they don't do what they're supposed to do. And so you're just standing there and you look like such an a-hole.
Oh, I'll tell you, you're never going to look worse than a former coworker of ours at Target Center. She thought it was an automatic door. It wasn't an automatic door. It looked like when a bird explodes on a window. Her nose just exploded. It was like a horror movie. You know, like in a movie where they insinuate somebody just got shot and you see this big blood spatter behind it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Oh, no. That's hilarious, though.
Oh, gosh. I couldn't figure it. She never even put her arms out. Nothing.
What?
That confident, huh?
I'll tell you what, if you knew her, though, she was a wonderful person, but if you knew her, you'd get it.
Uh-huh.
You'd definitely know who that was.
Smashed her face into what she thought was an automatic sliding glass door.
And there was a bunch of people. There was a promotion going on, and so the whole place was packed. And she did it in front of everybody saw it. It was so bad.
Is she going to slow down to open that door?
Well, it was like a last second, right. It was a last second thing. I thought, does she understand what's about to happen? And then smash.
Like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah, she had an inverted nose for a while.
Big Al used to do that with sidewalks. He somehow found a way to smash his face into the sidewalk whenever he got drunk.
Oh, man.
Hands in his pockets. He liked to walk around with his hands in his pockets once he got real drunk, and then he would lose his balance and he would smash his face. If you live in a town with a sidewalk, Big Al's broken his face on you. I guarantee he's left some plasma behind.
Yeah, I've been in that situation where I just didn't put my hands out.
Yeah.
It's a very
because they were in your pockets or not?
No, that's when I was carrying the soup the one time I smashed my face open.
You never thought to drop this, or your instinct, or just all of a sudden your subconscious? Nothing.
It's so weird. Like, why would you not protect yourself? What's wrong with you?
We were in Winstead one night. We were drunk in Winstead. Don't ask me why. And Big Al did his Big Al bit on the sidewalks of Winstead. He gets a little too drunk, hands in his pockets, loses his balance, smashes his face into the sidewalk. And we all laughed because it was the 30th time we had seen that over our lifetime. And everyone on the streets of Winstead thought we were the most insensitive dicks they'd ever met in their life because our friend just fell down and smashed his face open on the sidewalk. And we said, get off our ass. He does it all the time. He's fine. Oh, man.
I would have laughed even if that was the first time.
Yeah, they're
funny.
a sensitive crowd out there in Winstead. They are, at the Blue Note.
Oh, I was just looking at the Medina Entertainment Center concert calendar just to see what time the show started Friday night, see if I could double duty.
Friday night, Slave Raider.
Yeah. And then Cinderella's Tom Kiefer Band is coming to town.
I know.
In May.
I know.
And is that a Friday night?
It'll be a weekend for sure.
And Friends. He's bringing, John Corabi.
Well,
Nice.
yeah. Well, that's going to be huge. That's probably close to selling out already. Tom Kiefer, without question.
I would think so.
He puts on such an unbelievable show. He's just simply one of the most underrated rock artists ever. I never miss when Tom Kiefer. Have you seen his solo show?
No, I've never seen him live. Never saw Cinderella.
He is so friggin' good. Anyway, before we close this sumbitch out and move on, I wanted to tell you a quick story. I didn't want to turn this into an entire 20-minute conversation because it would be too painful for me. My wife, you guys, you should meet her. She said something to me yesterday that stopped me dead in my tracks. Words can hurt,
Yeah, they can last longer than broken bone healing, all that kind of stuff.
Do any of you understand how a man can hurt inside?
I do.
Yesterday, she and I were walking around the grocery, which I do enjoy doing. I like
Grocery store rocks, yeah.
I like wandering around, just looking at the people. Any kind of shopping I enjoy just because there's weirdos everywhere. You stare at the weirdos.
You get good stuff.
Yeah, I like that scene. Oh, look, Hawaiian Punch, or if you're clothes shopping, oh, look, tank tops. I'm easily pleased like that, so I enjoy going to the grocery. We're walking around trying to figure out what in God's name we're going to eat this week. We don't really normally do that. Normally,
we don't plan ahead.
We don't plan ahead, but we figured, okay, let's see if we can put together a couple of meals for the week. And we did. I thought we did well. But at one point, we're walking through the refrigerated aisle, and I see there hanging on a hook just a big fat pack of Oscar Mayer By God bologna, which, I love Oscar Mayer bologna. And I said to my wife, I said, remember back in the day when you just take a couple of slices of Oscar Mayer bologna, put them between some bread, maybe a slice of cheese on that sumbitch, and you were fine? And she said, oh, yeah, I loved bologna when I was a kid. And just to keep the conversation going, and here's where I didn't know I was headed for total destruction. I said, well, when you were a kid, what did you put on? Did you just put some cheese and some mustard on your bologna? And she said, no, ketchup.
Oh, no.
Was she messing with you?
No.
Because she knows
I
how you
asked
feel?
her 5 times
Yeah.
if she was messing with me. I said, are you friggin' serious? And she's laughing and embarrassed a little bit. She said, yes, when I was a kid, I would take white Wonder Bread, 2 slices of bologna, and cover it in ketchup. I spent the rest of the time walking around the grocery, Josh, holding my stomach, trying to control myself from vomiting all over the floor so the cleaning staff has to...
Now, I would love to meet her. I've heard a lot of great stories about her. She sounds like a wonderful person.
Her breath probably isn't that sharp if she's gone back to eating bologna and ketchup.
That's surprising. I've never heard anybody do that.
Oh, as you know...
Did she grow up that way? Did like her parents, when they made bologna sandwiches, that's just what they did?
That's probably
Josh,
what it is.
I didn't ask any further questions.
Because my grandma, she used to cook for us, in the commune, and she would make some pretty weird stuff at times.
Yeah.
Which I thought was normal, obviously, because that's how I grew up. But then I'd mention it to people, and they'd say, what's wrong with your family?
Yeah.
I'm not going to blame her parents or her grandparents for this. I think this was all her idea. We laugh for quite a bit over how ridiculous and disgusting that is, but I'm telling you, it stopped me dead in my tracks.
I've had those moments.
I don't consider it that crazy.
I've had those moments before where my wife will say something that shocks me, and then I wonder, had she told me this before we got married, would I
Right.
still have?
Right.
Yes, yeah. I
Gone through
definitely
with
have thought that plenty of times.
That was tough, man. That was tough. All
Now,
right,
here's one. You and I were talking, for whatever reason, Friday, Billy Idol came to mind, and I mentioned how Billy Idol's one cool dude, and we agreed on that as we walked out, and I thought, what a nice way to end the week. And I mentioned that to my wife, and she's like, yeah, maybe. Like, what do you mean, maybe? He's awesome.
She doesn't care for Billy Idol?
She just wasn't same Rod Stewart, same thing. She's just not a fan.
Well, but Josh, I like your wife quite a bit, but she's not exactly cool. You know what I mean?
No, that's true.
No, she's not cool.
Is it bad that I'm the cool one in that relationship?
Probably a sign, yeah.
I'll tell you what, some people lost some money on that truth, but yes, she's not exactly the coolest lady in the room. If you don't appreciate Rod Stewart and Billy Idol, you're obviously not cool.
I just don't even get it. I can't wrap my mind around it.
She ought to go see Slave Raider and Tom Kiefer while she's at it. We got to take a break. Like I mentioned, Dr. P. Jesus will be here later. And before you know it, we'll hit up that stupid news here. So thanks. We'll be back in a short bit.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12 2012, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, then. If you don't mind, I have a couple of texts here that refer to an earlier conversation that we've had on the program. Earlier. Yeah, 5:40 we start this pig. So here's a couple of text messages calling back to some things we've covered already. We talked about technology, home technology. Your Bluetooth has a toothbrush. Does that make sense?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Your oven can see you from across the room and tell you if the roast is burning.
That's one we didn't talk about. I don't know if they still make them, but have you heard of a refrigerated oven?
No!
So let's say you got a lasagna, and you put it in there in the morning, and it stays cool until you say, hey, have this thing ready by dinner at 5.
Oh,
or
yes. I have heard of those. I remember seeing those commercials, too.
I don't know if they still have them or not. And then also, if you're like, you know what, I'm going to hit up Chipotle instead, you just tell your oven, don't cook that thing.
Never mind.
Don't.
You're right. We did not talk about smart ovens. Anyway, here is offended millennial Jesus. He has some cute, techie items in his house. He says he has a smart fridge that taunts him if he eats too much.
No.
Your fridge is
so
your bully?
Hey, you sure you want to do that, pal?
Hey, saddlebags, haven't you had enough?
You're spilling over a little bit there, muffin top.
Well, here's exactly what his refrigerator says to him. It sings him a little song. If he's eating too much, the fridge notices. And then the refrigerator, according to offended millennial Jesus, it says, tubby, 2x4, can't fit through the kitchen door, over and over again until he puts down the bratwurst.
Oh.
Can I live?
Boy, we're approaching bratwurst season, aren't we?
Sure are.
Yeah, I had hot dogs last night.
Can't wait.
All right, then. And also we talked a little bit about food. We did. I mentioned my wife admitted yesterday to me, and it threw me. It stopped me dead in my tracks. My wife told me yesterday that when she was a kid, she would eat bologna on white bread, and all of that is glorious. I still love Oscar Mayer bologna, just with a couple of slices of bread, but she said she used to put ketchup on it. And, oh, God, that just... I almost vomited.
Did it make you feel better that she also seemed to agree by her response that, yeah, it's a little silly?
Oh, she said many times, she said, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I was a little kid. Here's a guy who texted in who said his mama used to dip her rolling papers in barbecue sauce before she smoked ganj.
Is that true? You ever heard of something like that? Oh, Ashley's running around.
I've never heard of anything like that.
Sorry, I had to plug my laptop in. It was yelling at me. But no, I've never heard of something like that. That's weird. You would have to wait for it to dry to smoke it.
What about dipping it in anything?
Yeah, people dip
Like
it in
flavored
wax. Oh, I don't know about. They make flavored rolling papers.
Really?
Yeah, they make strawberry ones that are also pink, very cute.
All right, we're starting off with a hell of a deal. I mean a hell of a deal. Down there in the garbage state, you know which one, the local cops, they busted loose with an event that sounds like something Josh would love. Over at the neighborhood prison, the cops put on a barbecue fundraiser. They did. Folks could take a tour of the Stony Lonesome itself. There were SWAT teams doing this and that, backflips. and there were canine demonstrations. That kind of a thing. You'd love that, Josh, wouldn't you? Because you're kind of a cop humper.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I have come from a very big cop family. I'm a cop supporter, and I do think that stuff's cool.
I think you should just get over it and have sex with a cop.
Yeah, there's plenty of hot cops. And you know this because when you mention, I saw this hot cop, we'll get cops from all over the state saying, I know exactly who you're talking about. It's like they've got precise locations of all the hot cops.
I've told you this many times. You should have been a cop. You would have made an excellent cop. But since you didn't, the next best thing would be for you to bang a cop. Remember that old song? Get it on, bang a cop.
I don't remember
that part. Get it on.
But I'm not a lyric
guy. I think it was the Power Station. They covered it originally. Was it? Who was it that originally sang "Bang a Cop"? Was it? It's right on the. Bolin was the name of the lead singer. The Sweet.
The Sweet. I know the band. The Sweet.
I think that's wrong. His name was Mark Bolin. They sang "Get It On, Bang a Cop."
Mark Bolin.
Was it Mark Bolin? No, that's not Rachel Bolin.
There's an Rachel Bolin. Yeah,
what was the band? They were English. They sang "Bang a Cop" before Power Station did it.
T-Rex?
T-Rex, that's it. Thank you. George, one of our favorite listeners, George. He was the first to answer correctly. T-Rex.
Ooh, real quick.
Yes.
Poo-Poos and Pee-Pees Jesus soaks his blunts in honey.
Word?
Yum.
Honey blunt. All right. So there was a barbecue fundraiser going on at the prison, out on the front lawn and such. Not inside the joint. Well, I told you that you could take a tour but the barbecue was happening out on the front lawn. Folks having a bite to eat, having a good time. Now, the people who organized this deal, they asked some of the actual inmates to help out with the party. They asked the ones who have been behaving themselves on the inside, of course. Those characters were more than happy to help. They served some food. They picked up some trash along the way. The benefits of, what do they call it, Josh, in the business? Good behavior.
Yeah, might get you out sooner, right?
Yeah, the prisoners who were on the good behavior list, they were asked to help out at the party, and they did. And it was all going just wonderful until one of the inmate volunteers got caught dong-bombing a gal doggy style in one of the porta potties.
I mean, if you have the opportunity, why not?
Yeah.
It's going to cost him. I get what you mean. He's locked up in the cooler, hasn't had a piece of ass in who knows how long.
Go for it, yeah.
But it's going to cost him. I'll tell you, Hartley is the name of the inmate who was folding a gal in half in the porta-john. You know, he was serving food 1 minute, and then he snuck away, met a gal in the biffy, and he destroyed her from behind. Folks who threw the fundraiser were pretty disappointed in Hartley for what he had done. You know, there were kids everywhere and whatnot. Someone cracks open the door of the... Hartley didn't want to say who his lady friend was, but the prison wanted to know. They looked at security video and they recognized the gal as a lady who had recently done some time in the women's cooler. So I'm going to assume that she and Hartley must have known each other through their mutual criminal background. Here's what really blows for Hartley. For sneaking off to a portable crapper and pumping away on this girl like a sewing machine, he's going to be charged with what they call here prisoner escape or attempted escape. And that might mean that he sits in prison for 15 damn years extra.
I don't think it'd be. No, that's not worth
hopefully,
it.
yeah, reason sneaks in there, and they're not gonna do that to the guy. I mean, there's a judge that's gonna understand, don't you think?
There's got to be somewhere.
If Hartley is lucky, yes.
I didn't know they had prison barbecues, though.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Once a month, a prison barbecue.
He snuck off to bump. And he might have to set an extra 15 years.
You know, who knows? We don't know this woman. Maybe she was worth it. Maybe she was 15 years in prison worth it.
I saw a picture of her. And, yeah, I would. If I was locked up, I would.
Oh, I think I would.
Yeah. Oh, I know I would.
Only if you were locked up?
Okay, if I was a free man, 10, 12 beers.
Really, that many, huh?
Yeah. Anteater Jesus texted in and said, give this guy a break. Let him bust one.
I don't think I'd need any beers for what she's aesthetically doing for my eyes and body.
For your what?
I think she's pretty attractive.
Oh, for your eyes. I thought you said your thighs.
They are quivering.
If I were the judge, I would give Hartley a break. I mean,
just make him do some extra work around the prison or something.
He's been on good behavior. That's why he landed the gig in the first place.
Right, they trust him enough.
So, don't give up yet, listeners. Maybe Hartley will. The judge will give Hartley a pass on this one. But he was just ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Normally in our Stupid News Report, we cover topics that so-called mainstream media doesn't take much of an interest in. But here's something that's certainly Stupid News worthy, and, by God, it was featured in the local Star and Tribune newspaper.
Eventually, every local organization wrote about this. This was popular news.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Says here, Minneapolis is number one in the entire Midwest when it comes to OnlyFans subscriptions.
Get it on.
Bang a
T-Rex.
cop, get it on T-Rex, later covered by the power station. Something called OnlyGuider did the arithmetic on this. They say Minneapolis is the 5th-ranked OnlyFans city in the United States. Only folks in Atlanta, Orlando, Salt Lake City, surprisingly, and Miami tug off more than we do. So 5th biggest crowd playing with themselves in America, number 1 in the Midwest.
Take that, Wisconsin. You go enjoy your free cheap porn, you losers.
See, that came to mind when I was reading about this. Why are so many of us paying for porn is what I'd like to know. So much of it is free. I've never understood the idea of paying for it.
Me either. I don't get it.
Yeah, no end to the nudity on the internet. It's everywhere.
Now, to have a live woman on my computer screen, playing with herself and whatnot, I understand why that costs money as opposed to watching a 30-year-old porno movie on xvideos.com.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that's the case, right?
That's got to be it.
Yeah,
Well-
where you can say, hey, do this now. Oh, I noticed there's a lamp in the background. Maybe insert this here. And also watch me what I'm doing.
Right.
It's also because some popular social media influencers or like people that you want to see naked.
Yeah, you can't just Google their name and see them naked. You got to pay for it.
Well, you could.
Be
but
celebrities
don't do that.
like
That's bad.
like Tila Tequila and
But it's been a while since I thought about Tequila.
the
kidding.
Kardashian girls.
Why
or
did she
something.
get
stuff like
popular?
that.
What was her?
She had a
situation?
dating show where it was, because she's bisexual, so it was both men and women vying to date her on the show.
Aha. Okay.
I thought she was as cute as a button.
Definitely.
So anyway, I still don't really. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. Why so many of us pay for it when so much of it is free? But I think I get why the Twin Cities here, Minneapolis to be specific, is who they mentioned. I think I get why we would be in the top 5 OnlyFans subscribers in America. Things have been so god-awful around here lately. It sounds like a lot of us are tired of seeing so much misery. We'd rather just open our pants and accost ourselves for a while.
I wonder if part of it, too, is maybe the other things that are on OnlyFans that everybody says is there, but nobody looks at for the most part. Maybe we're looking at videos on how to cook.
I don't
or
think
something
so.
like that.
I was.
We're whacking off, Josh.
Yeah, probably. Maybe we're whacking off to videos on how to baste a turkey.
If it's your thing, it's your thing.
I expected that to come up. I mean, yeah, we know that OnlyFans isn't just porn. There are apparently plenty of people on OnlyFans who will teach you how to yodel or fly fish or something like that. Minneapolis residents spend more than well, I'm not part of that crowd, but you know what I mean. Minneapolis residents spent more than $14 million last year watching OnlyFans women pee into beer pitchers or whatever the hell they're doing over there. Now, says here Minneapolis has 4,705 registered OnlyFans creators, too. How about that? Maybe it's some gal you went to high school with, Cubby. You better look that up.
I know a girl I went to high school with's older sister does that kind of thing.
Oh, God, she'd be 60 now.
She's up there, yeah.
That just dawned on me. A gal
She's probably about 55, 56, yeah.
A gal you went to high school's older sister these days would be around 55.
Yep.
Naturally, it says here, that's not the word. I lied to you. Nationally. How do I say that?
Nationally, yep.
OnlyFans grossed $2.63 billion. I think they meant in total last year. Last year, OnlyFans grossed $2 billion.
Now, we got a couple people that said OnlyFans is more ethical in the way that you know whoever's being filmed or doing it, this is what they want to do, right?
Sure.
You're 100% sure that they're consenting. If a couple of people said that it makes them feel a little better.
So that's why they pay for it, to know that nothing shady is going on.
Yeah, and they know the person's getting the money.
On either end.
I wouldn't have considered that.
That makes terrific sense.
I also think one of the big appeals, too, is, you've got that buddy that goes back to the same strip club to see the same gal each and every weekend. You can message with the creator, the content creators, and you kind of feel like you're developing like a relationship with them a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a really good point that people brought up. And that doesn't surprise me Minnesotans would think about something like that. So I bet there's something to that.
All right, then. We're starting to finger these people out. What do I have here now? Oh, yeah. You guys know how it is. A lot of folks come completely uncorked when they're on vacation. Hell, I've been guilty of that when I was a younger person. I'm sure plenty of our wonderful listeners have some stories of poor behavior cutting loose when they're far away on vacation. This year's story is a completely different scene than what you might be picturing as far as reckless behavior while out of town. Well, first off, it says here there's a hotel in Las Vegas called the Flamingo. I think that's where I stayed when I was in Nevada. I can't be sure. The Flamingo, it sounds familiar. Apparently, there are real flamingos wandering around the grounds of this Flamingo hotel.
That's cool. I love flamingos.
Oh, God, who doesn't? So anyways, a 33-year-old Canadian bitch by the name of Mitchell, Mitch the bitch is what we're going to call him. He was on vacation in Las Vegas. He stole a flamingo from its habitat at the Flamingo Hotel, and he took the bird back to his room. Now, the easy joke is, what, was this guy going to try and penetrate a flamingo? No. He's just a dick who likes to herd animals.
Do you chickens?
What kind of question is that?
That's personal, that's for sure.
Security cameras at the hotel recorded Mitch the bitch at 5 a.m., and I don't think he's an early riser. Like you, Cubby. I'm going to assume that Mitch the bitch had yet to have gone to sleep from the night prior. And here's where it gets dark. Mitch the bitch snuck into the flamingo habitat thing like I was telling you. He snatched up a flamingo called Peachy and carried that bird back to his room. Word is Mitch the bitch was very violent with all the birds that crossed his path in that habitat thing. He was abusive to the birds. See, I wish someone would have been there just to baton this puke bag. The cops were called. Mitch initially told the police that he went into the habitat because he saw a flamingo in distress, and he said that he knew how to deal with birds because of his background as a, quote, farm boy.
A lot of flamingos on that farm. I bet.
Hey, you know how it is. We live in a state with a lot of farms, all those flamingo farms around.
All over. You can't miss them.
In reality, he was so brutal with Peaches the flamingo and the other birds on the grounds that he's facing 4 counts of felony animal abuse. There you go, bitch. Enjoy that felony animal abuse charge on your record.
I've been to Vegas many times, especially when I was younger, and there's lots of fun things to do, but never once was I thinking, hey, boys, let's go steal a flamingo.
Yeah, it seems like in Vegas it'd be distracting with everything else going on.
Plenty other things to do to get your jollies than hurting a flamingo.
I'm going to guess his buddies left him behind because he's a douchebag.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
guessing he went by himself. He was probably like the guy, the last time I was in Vegas, it was about 5 a.m. actually. I saw a man in Aaron Rodgers jersey negotiating the price of a BJ with a lady of the night. And I was like, what?
Just on the street somewhere?
No, like in the casino, on the floor of the casino.
You can negotiate with prostitutes?
He was trying. I don't know if it worked out or not.
Did you just hang out around there to like see how? I would have just stayed there and listened to the whole
Oh,
conversation.
I just like, how pathetic. Guy. And it wasn't NFL season either. It was like the middle of the summer, and I'm going to put on my Packers jersey and go try to find a BJ.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with that. It's Las Vegas, for Christ's sake. But anyway, Dana, if you and I were walking around Las Vegas at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you said, let's say we're a little bit younger, and you said, let's steal a flamingo, I might consider it. But if the next step is then to pull the arms and the legs off of that flamingo, that's where I would change my mind.
Draw the line.
Yeah. And that's what this guy did. There are further details about what this ass bag was doing to the flamingo. You don't want to know. It'll piss you off too badly. What a pile of trash. The hotel says that the birds that were knocked around are being cared for now by veterinarians like our friend Dr. Andrea, and they're hopeful that they'll make a full recovery. You want to steal a flamingo? I bet you I'd agree to that at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I probably would.
Yeah, if I was, yeah, like you said, if we were young enough, for sure.
But you know what? We just take some pictures with the flamingo.
I would just
we'd
go
have
in
a
to
few
pet it.
laughs, pet it, and then bring it back.
Yeah.
You treat it well. If birds were
Yeah.
real, this story would be infuriating.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, you can negotiate with a prostitute in many different ways in Las Vegas.
Do they expect that, or is it insulting?
I have no idea. That's a good question.
I'm not a shrewd negotiator. I don't know if I've ever negotiated anything.
I told you about my pal who lived out there in the early 90s, and they would just go through the phone book if they wanted a date. And one of them got so drunk he tipped backwards in his chair. And he's on the telephone, or trying to dial the telephone. He tips back in his chair, passes out. And everyone found him lying on the kitchen floor, phone in one hand, phone book in the other. And the phone book was opened up to all the local prostitutes. So that's when they found out he had a lot of girlfriends in Vegas. I think that's the place that I stayed, the Flamingo. It sounds so...
Was it on the Strip? I don't even know. I don't know Vegas well enough. We stayed at Mandalay
No, it was
Bay.
downtown. Is the Flamingo downtown? It doesn't matter. And then we got one of these jack-offs right here. People who are dicks to animals are just some of the worst broken little cowards you can ever run into.
Yeah.
This guy, what he did now. If you're an 8th grader, you're dumb as balls, you're trying to be funny, you're trying to be cool, I get it. But this guy's 40. Fully grown adult in Pennsylvania was arrested on animal cruelty charges for bringing his injured pet parakeet into a bar and then giving the poor thing beer and marijuana. Again, if I'm skipping class in 9th grade and we go back to someone's house to get high, I probably find something like that funny, but those days are long gone. This guy goes by the name of Tim. He's got a little bird called Blue Skies. He
It's a
brings.
dumb name.
You don't like the name?
No.
He brings his bird into the neighborhood bar. And my guess is Tim is an unpopular creep, and everybody in the bar knows it. So,
Yeah.
in an attempt to be noticed or accepted, he tries his "watch me get my bird drunk" gimmick in hopes of finding just one person who thinks he's interesting, like a ninth grader would. Again, this guy's 40. He brings his injured parakeet into the bar. Bartender calls the cops. I'm sure he or she knew something stupid was coming as soon as Tim walked into the joint. The bartender told the cops that Tim was bragging to other people at the bar that he feeds his parakeet marijuana and beer every day. Oh, do you? Is that what you do when you're not busy going out with all those women?
It's not cool.
Are adults impressed by something like that?
Right. Someone or another at the bar said the poor little parakeet had a broken leg, probably from trash pile Tim doing something dumb earlier that day or earlier that month. Little bird's got a broken leg. The police walked into the bar. They knocked stupid loser Tim on his ass and took the bird away from him.
Poor bird.
Blue Skies the parakeet was in terrible shape, thanks to Tim the loser virgin. But the little peckerhead is now actually at a parrot rescue somewheres in town, and they're taking good care of him.
That's wonderful.
But it
so
says
messed
here that if Blue Skies is ever put up for adoption, he will require specialized care for the rest of his little birdie life because of what stupid Tim did to him. One of the cops on scene was quoted saying, "What kind of a dick would do that to a bird?"
I love that cop. I bet I just treated that guy like crap.
I don't like those type of people. What's the matter with you? What's wrong with you?
Just leave him alone.
Makes you feel good to hurt an animal? Gives you too much of a pussy to try to hurt a person? Is that what it is? Makes me more and more sick every friggin' time. All right, before we go, here's a dude who came up with a unique way to be known as the neighborhood loser. He's a 24-year-old guy in Michigan. He goes by the name of Spencer. Word is he went through town and smashed the piss out of all the license plate readers. Now, I didn't know what that meant until I read a little further, and maybe some of you are lost. It says here now, those are the cameras that are mounted on traffic lights, poles, and bridges, which help police read a license plate, and it helps them find stolen cars, missing persons. Have you heard of those?
I've seen them on cop cars before, where it's like a cop car. It's got all this extra equipment on the outside. It can read license plates.
And
Yeah.
you're able to recognize it by sight as a license plate reader?
Well, somebody told me the first time. I was wondering, like, what's going on with that cop car? But I've never seen one. I guess I've never really looked, but mounted anywhere else.
Okay. License plate readers. I got it. I'll try to remember this. They hang them on traffic lights and this and that. Helps cops track stolen cars and missing persons. Now, the police in town knew that it was Spencer who was destroying the license plate readers because his vehicle was recorded on one of the license plate readers. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Genius.
It was as easy as that. He was recorded doing it by one of the license plate. Spencer is probably a regular user of bathtub drugs because that's just too dumb for regular people right there. He's destroying something knowing that that item is recording him. I guess maybe he thought if he destroyed it, the video would be gone forever. If you want to know why he specifically picked on the license plate reader machines, you'll have to ask him. There's no word on why he didn't want them monitoring him.
Well, some people hate them. That's for sure. That and the red light cameras.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
I guess I don't worry about it because I'm not going to steal a car or kidnap anybody, and I rarely ever speed, so I'm cool with the license plate.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
drink
fine.
and drive
I don't
anymore.
care.
You can put 6 of them in my driveway if you want to. Don't care. I understand there are people who don't like to be monitored. That's why I don't watch a ton of television anymore, because I know the television is watching me.
Well, it's because it talks to you. That's how you found out about it. The people on screen are talking
They tell
directly to you.
secrets about me.
They do.
Yes.
Oh,
My television tells secrets about me.
that sounds really concerning.
In what way?
Do you need help?
He's dissecting a squirrel as he's telling this.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Oh, word up. What do we got going on? Pigs were busy over the weekend, huh?
Yeah.
No
They
doubt.
made some interesting deals. We'll give you the details at 7:30 when Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder show up. But it all is pretty unique, a couple of the moves that they made, just in case you've been brain dead and you didn't know. We'll fill you in on that. Then they went out yesterday, lost in one of those dopey shootout. How do you call it?
Shootouts.
Shootouts. One of those shootouts. They lost in Denver. It's tournament time now. I mean, we had the boys' state high school hockey tournament over the weekend. I believe next up would be girls basketball. At the college level, they're starting to get tournaments lined up for hockey and basketball. So there's a lot of that noise being made all over town. We'll get to that. The Frost got a win yesterday.
Woohoo.
Timberwolves don't play till tomorrow night. They had an ugly loss over the weekend. They don't play till tomorrow night. I've been meaning to have everyone over at the house to watch a Wolves game. Tomorrow night, I think, is probably my best chance. It starts at 10 o'clock.
That sounds perfect.
It actually, probably 10:15, they play at the Los Angeles Lakers. Because you know how much we all love to watch LeBron James and Baby Nuts. What better time to do it for the four of us than at 10:15 p.m. on a Tuesday night?
The fact
I'm
that it's
so
10:15 is
excited.
perfect because I had something until 10 tomorrow on a Tuesday night.
Oh,
So
you can make it.
I can make it, yeah.
Plenty of time for you to stop, get us some pizza rolls or something.
We lucked out.
It's going to be a long night. Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder will be here in a half hour. Josh's news is coming up.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Hey, wait a minute. You two look kind of familiar. Ain't you them kids that have been whacking off in my tool shed?
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Oh, gosh, that was good. Gosh. Love it.
A California teacher is in hot yellow water for taking a between-class bathroom break, which never quite made it to the bathroom. Dan Champ, an 8th grade history teacher for more than 25 years, has been placed on leave after a leaked video caught him urinating into a container in his classroom, and then he dumped it out moments before students arrived.
He recorded that himself?
No, somebody else did. The cell phone recording shows Professor Potty alone in the classroom. He unbuttons his pants and pee-pees into a canister positioned just off camera. As he flushes, buttons his pants, and tucks in his shirt, he can be heard offering an odd and enthusiastic review that you heard there, saying, "Gosh, that's good. Gosh, as you heard in that opening clip. He then picks up the container and walks across the room, adding, "I love it. Love it. Once he moves out of frame, the sound of liquid being poured out can be heard, apparently draining the evidence before the next class trickles in.
Poured it where?
I don't know. They didn't really say.
Maybe he's got a sink in there?
Probably, yeah. About a minute later, the school bell rings. Students begin entering the classroom. Their voices come through the recording as whispers and small bursts of giggling, and then the video ends. School officials said they first learned about the video after a pissed-off parent brought it to their attention. By that afternoon, families received a message explaining a school employee had been placed on leave due to his improvised plumbing party. It isn't known why the student recorded Champ. One 8th grade student who had previously been enrolled in his class said she'd heard rumors at the beginning of the school year that Champ would urinate into a container between classes.
So he didn't know there was a kid in there?
He didn't know there was at least a camera in there.
A camera?
So I'd imagine somebody just set it up.
Oh, the kids were trying to bust him.
Sounds that way.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not right that he took a piss in class, but, I mean, he had to piss.
I'm sure there's bathrooms there. It's a little odd. A
Well,
lot,
and
a lot
maybe-
of other teachers made it to the
Well,
bathroom.
no, I get all that, but, I mean, maybe he's got a problem or something, you know what I mean, where he can't hang on to it. I don't know.
The San Francisco Unified School District is investigating a math teacher at Lowell High School amid questions about his teaching methods. For some reason, blending arithmetic with obesity. The inquiry follows complaints about potentially inappropriate questions involving girls and their weight that a teacher named Tom Chan included on his tests. Students recall questions referencing, quote, fat kids, along with word problems asking them to calculate how much money to spend on a date with a girl based on her weight.
I remember specifically seeing one talking about some females and some questions with math. I was like, what math got to do with some females? You know what I mean?
As those examples circulated among students and families, parents began puzzling over test problems that demonstrated ratios through waistlines, a curriculum where circumference seemed to carry as much weight as calculation. The school district issued a statement saying it takes concerns about Chan's test questions seriously and is actively investigating. Many students acknowledged Chan's test questions could be offensive. Even so, several say they hope the educator will return to school sometime soon. I don't think he meant that stuff, one student said. He was just trying to get the kids to focus and engage with the material and actually try and learn it. For now, the district has not indicated how long the investigation will take or what kind of sanctions he could be facing.
Interesting.
Yeah, you'd think, even if he thought it was funny or trying to be creative, which obviously he was, maybe there'd be something within him that says this is probably going to create some controversy.
I saw in the story that he also puts out YouTube videos of math tutorials, and in one of them he was drawing math equations to demonstrate on his foot. He had a Sharpie, and he was drawing the equations on his foot to show what it would look like.
Oh, he thinks he's just the funniest guy in the world.
Well, that is kind of unique. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some people still don't understand how sensitive a topic that is, someone's weight. Some people still haven't wrapped their head around that.
Especially when he's commenting on the bodies of, school-age children.
Yeah, freak.
People are going to get a little freaked
I
out.
forgot that part of it. Yeah, he's talking about kids and whatnot.
A Michigan teacher's been removed from her role after giving her students an effective lesson on how to lose a job in just 2 days. Social media videos posted Tuesday show the ticked-off teacher unloading some spirited vocabulary on a group of students at Pontiac High School.
Deal with your you calm down. You calm down. You calm down now, all right? Oh, your mama gonna come beat the out of me. So we're calling people to beat the out of each other. All right.
Now, that's a class I'd pay attention in.
Yeah.
The lady who's cursing and swearing, that's a teacher?
That's a substitute, yes.
Substitute.
Don't nobody want to come up in here and deal with your bitch ass, the teacher said to a male student. For some students,
not wrong.
fired back with commentary of their own, and the verbal volleys continued. Later in the video, the teacher grabbed her phone and made a call to someone who appeared to be in administration.
One of these non-students is calling his mama up here to beat my
If you couldn't make that out, she said, "Hello, I'm in the classroom." She had the phone to her ear saying, "One of these non-students is calling his mama up here to beat my ass." She then told students to put their phones down and not put her on social media, a request arriving slightly after the social media ship had already sailed. A parent said the teacher had only been there for 2 days and had been filling in for another educator on administrative leave.
Is that what you're doing? Because I got somebody for your mama.
To see that video, I'm telling you, my whole mind was blown.
That's a mother of one of the students there. She said she and her son have gotten threats after speaking out about what transpired in the classroom. But it isn't stopped them from making some demands.
How are you going to expect children to conduct themselves in a mature or an adult manner like they expect them to when adults cannot? Not only an apology, I want change, transparency, better with communication.
In a lengthy statement, the local teachers union called what students experienced unacceptable. They deserved better in that moment, and they deserve better every single day they walk through the doors of our schools.
I don't understand, though. Like, why was he going to call his mom to beat her? Like, what'd she do in the first place?
Yeah, they got in some sort of argument, and he decided, my mom will take care of this.
That's why I could never be a teacher. I could never be a sub. Because I wouldn't be able to take it. With teenagers, too, that many of them, and being disrespectful, I'd be like this lady.
I bet my money would be on you and beating up another mom, though. If a mom showed up, I bet you could do it.
If somebody said they were doing that, I would get carried away. I'm like, okay, call your mom.
I mean, what
everybody call their moms.
What happened here is they got her to snap. That was always our goal when we had a substitute. Let's see if we can make this sumbitch snap.
That's true. Yeah.
The union said the incident reflects what happens when a school district neglects its educators year after year. The union also noted teachers deserve fair wages, so the district can retain educators with years of experience who can handle those difficult situations, especially situations where the lesson plan morphs into a foul-mouthed live-stream lecture littered with four-letter words. After the Holloway gossip and the school social media video spread, the Pontiac School District announced that teacher is no longer working for them.
She got a mouth on her.
Yeah, she sure does.
Did you ever get one to snap? A substitute?
No.
Never.
We were pretty good at it.
No.
Oh, actually, I lied. We had like one of those somebody filled in because somebody was on maternity leave or something like that. And yeah, she snapped bad. She got fired. She said some very, very bad things and ended up getting fired.
We made the same lady sub cry twice.
Yeah, I think we made this lady cry a couple times. We would steal stuff from her all the time. She turned out to be one of the most horrific people that, like, the things she said, she should never be allowed out in public. But we did push her a crazy amount. I still have, one of those bells you have at like a hotel. Yeah. Boom, duh. Mm-hmm. And she had one of those that she would ring when we would get out of hand. And we stole it, of course, and so we would just like ring it randomly throughout the class period, and I still have it. I still own it.
She said some things that were inappropriate?
Yeah.
See,
really
she got so
things.
mad at you, she cursed at you?
Yep.
See, we made this same lady sub cry one day, and she just kind of gutted it and moved on. She comes back a month later to substitute at my junior high. We made her cry again.
The same way?
Not the same way, very different ways. But what we didn't know, and this is where we had hell to pay, her husband was a real teacher there at the school.
Oh.
And I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone by saying real teacher.
Like a full-time teacher.
Yeah, her husband, well, I couldn't come up with another term. Her husband was a full-time teacher. The second time we made her cry, she ran and got him. And that was not good for us.
Oh.
He was friggin' furious when he sees his substitute teacher wife crying in the hallway. I thought he was going to choke every one of us to death.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we should have checked the last name a little closer, Cubby.
I'm surprised nobody knew. It's like there's so much gossip in school.
Yeah, we didn't know this was a real full-time teacher's wife.
The driver of a school bus that ended up in a Pennsylvania snowbank tested more than 4 times the legal limit. Calls started coming in about 4 p.m. about a bus transporting 54 elementary school students veering into traffic, nearly striking other vehicles before it came to a rest in a snowbank. The cop who found the bus also discovered an open bottle of Tito's vodka, 2 empty mini bottles, and a receipt for a purchase from that very morning. With a blood alcohol content over .33, the drunk spins must have been going round and round on the bus driver. And that wasn't helped by the THC detected in her system either.
It was just kind of a shock. I just never expected that to happen. My daughter was on the bus last year. We moved. So
she had that bus driver?
Yeah.
Is it a little freaky to hear what happened?
Well, yeah, it definitely is.
46-year-old Kelly Weber is charged with DUI, 54 counts of child endangerment and reckless endangerment. She did check into a rehab facility, and the bus service fired Weber before saying it increased random drug testing and alcohol testing amongst all their employees.
Fired her? Give her a second chance.
Well, maybe she already had another chance.
For Pete's sake, she had a couple of bottles of hooch, but still needed some weed to sprinkle on top of that.
Yeah, she's got to level out.
Yeah, all that day. She went through almost all of it that day. A man in Faribault added an unhelpful morning accessory to the neighborhood scenery last week, a rifle pointed at a school bus. Police say the call came in about 7:42 a.m. Thursday when a school bus aide reported an adult had approached the bus holding and pointing what they called a long gun. At the time, the bus was en route to Roosevelt Early Learning Center with several students on board. Bus staff told police the man had left a home on that block, prompting officers to establish a perimeter around the property. Shortly after 9 a.m., a 38-year-old man exited the home and attempted a casual stroll away from the scene as if nothing had happened. Just a guy walking. Officers interrupted his morning walk and booked him for probable cause terroristic threats.
He had pointed a gun at the school bus.
Yeah, they haven't said why, or at least I haven't seen an update why. A soft lockdown was put in place at a nearby school while police arrested the guy.
I know what it is. He's got a substitute teacher wife that works at the school.
Yep.
A tense situation in Santa Clarita neighborhood ended in a peaceful but peculiar fashion last week. And it was actually fashion that made it so peculiar. Los Angeles County deputies were called just after 9:15 a.m. Wednesday when an armed suspect fired shots that struck a car. Then he barricaded himself inside a home. Deputies set up a perimeter, filling the streets with patrol cars, officers, and a growing sense something strange was unfolding. By about 10:30 a.m., aerial images showed the home being evacuated while SWAT and firefighters were placed on standby. About 15 minutes later, that sense something strange was unfolding became reality when the suspect was spotted walking around the neighborhood in what longtime listeners might recognize as my sex outfit, a curious combination of just a hat, a T-shirt, and socks, but no pants.
That suspect decided to come out. Well, he had a shirt on, and he had a hat on, and some socks. And that's about it. So he was bearing all the facts and basically letting the officers know he didn't have anything concealed. Wow. That's what's going on out here in Santa Clarita.
Well, you don't see that every day. So. Yeah. Thanks for getting to the naked truth. That's for sure.
The naked truth.
That's cute.
Soon after, the man surrendered and was taken into custody without incident or pants. Thankfully, no injuries were reported.
Yeah, he's just airing it out.
Yeah, it's one way to show you don't have a gun. Just hang D.
An Arkansas state trooper rammed a speeding SUV to stop it on the freeway, which actually, usually that is, means you've got a dangerous chase on your hands. Except this SUV was going only 12 miles over the speed limit, which the trooper knew. What she didn't know was the driver was taking an extremely sick child to the emergency room after suffering an allergic reaction.
Oh, my God. That's terrifying.
Crap. The incident happened in Little Rock about 8:28 a.m. on February 20th. According to the trooper, the motorist bypassed exits, refused to stop, and traffic was increasing ahead. Even though she acknowledged in a report the SUV had slowed, she still believed ramming the vehicle was necessary for those reasons. Fleeing in a vehicle is viewed as an inherently dangerous crime regardless of the speeds involved, the trooper wrote. After the impact spun the SUV, the trooper used her cruiser to pit it against a concrete barrier.
Oh,
in the
my
median.
God.
Inside that vehicle was a man, his wife, and two toddlers.
You gonna be okay?
That's just like, she really messed up. And she even rammed it into a median.
Well, if I were a cop, I would think it was probably a crackhead or something. I wouldn't anticipate that there was a kid needing whatever medical attention. What would you think if you were a cop?
I just think, I imagine that this is overkill regardless if they're only going that fast.
I don't know.
As the driver tried to explain why he didn't stop, the trooper placed him in handcuffs at gunpoint before calling for an ambulance to take the child to the hospital. The Arkansas State Police Office of Professional Standards is investigating the trooper's actions. This incident underscores the importance of communication when it's necessary to transport someone having a medical emergency in a private vehicle.
Always call.
Which occurs with regularity across Arkansas, Colonel Mike Hager, the director of the state police, said in a news release. Arkansas State Police spokesperson Nick Gentry recommended drivers transporting someone in need of medical care call 911, explain the situation to a dispatcher, identify their vehicle, destination, and route. He also said even after doing so, drivers should still pull over if an officer attempts to stop them. The driver of the SUV and his wife said his wife was on the phone with 911 when the trooper rammed the vehicle. Authorities say he will not face charges, noting he had his hazard lights on and was not speeding excessively. It's not the first time Arkansas State Police have faced scrutiny over ramming vehicles. In January, a trooper rammed a vehicle with 2 passengers inside, including a 9-year-old boy. That trooper was later fired because they rammed the wrong vehicle.
Yeah, they got an issue with ramming people.
I don't know. These days, I would think the worst if I was the police officer, but it's a touchy situation, obviously.
Victor Frankenstein, Marvel's Moon Knight, and Poe in the Star Wars movies. Oscar Isaac is 47 today. Congratulations to podcast Pentagram Tattoo Jesus, who says he's, quote, only has 5 more days at the Depression Factory. I've never heard a job referred to as that. That's funny. Before he starts a much better new job next week. Nice work. Huh. Happy birthday to Norman the Foreman, turning the big 08 today from Mom, Rosalie, and Dad, Crop Farmer Jesus.
Wouldn't you like to know more about the Depression Factory?
Yeah, I want to know...
What did you used to do? I'd love it if he'd get back to us.
Well, they made depression, apparently. That's what they did. They manufactured depression there.
Now you got that Soul Asylum song on the brain, don't you?
Boy, KQ plays that a lot. Misery.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. So good. But the Depression Factory, I bet a lot of people are going to start calling their job the Depression Factory.
Oh, for sure. That will catch on.
I hope nobody's depressed at work, but that's pretty funny.
Do you know anyone who calls their wife the War Department?
I've heard that before.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder on the Half-Ass Morning Show.
Water in, shots, goal! Forehand, back to back. What an absolute thriller. The Spunts down early, back-to-back state championships, something that hasn't been done in a decade.
They say that comeback win by the Moorhead Spuds over the weekend to beat Minnetonka. They're saying it's an all-timer, Cubby.
Yeah, I can see why.
2 overtimes, came back from down 2-3 goals. They're calling it an all-timer. Is Randy Shaver dialing us in from the great state of Minnesota?
I am.
Welcome
back.
home.
Thank you.
Welcome home from Florida, Randy Shaver. Brad Ryder, when are you going to give yourself a break from your grim personal life? And
I'm not sure that I get a break from my grim personal life, but my professional life, we're on spring break this week. So
spring break?
It kind of tempered a little bit because we start softball practice today, so it's not like I really get a break.
You can't go anywhere. You got to coach softball.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. What the hell? What are we doing here? March 9th? Oh, it's already spring break time for college kids. Yeah. Oh, Christ, I didn't even think about that. Probably because I never went on a spring break, so I never went anywhere. Cubby, you never went anywhere on spring break either, did you?
Never.
Broke-ass Catholic families that we came from. Well, welcome
People
home.
kind of not necessarily looked down on you, but acted as if something terrible happened to you if you weren't able to go on spring break.
Oh, yeah. We had very judgmental kids at our school. I was one of the kids like you who never went on spring break, and they would come back, and they just kind of had this the aura and cockiness to them because, they had beads in their hair, and they're still wearing their senior frogs wristbands and whatnot.
Yeah, for us, it was more like our dog just passed away. Like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You weren't able to go. Like it was, like it was some sort of thing you had to do.
Randy Shaver.
Well, that's probably why Randy Shaver came home when he did, because all the spring breakers were coming down there, and Roseanne didn't want him around all the college, hotties. So they had to come home.
My guess is the college crowd is going nowhere near where Randy and his wife stayed when they were in.
Probably not.
No.
But you're right, though. Florida was starting to get busy. That's for sure.
Any adventures? Randy was in Florida for a couple of months, if folks weren't following along. Him and his wife went on a little vacation. Any adventures on the car ride all the way back home?
No, pretty quiet. Everything was good. Yeah.
All right.
No speeding tickets or anything? Nothing
No.
like that?
No, Josh. I'm pretty good about putting it on cruise control and just not even tempting myself to get a ticket.
That's the way to do it.
How many roadside Hooters did you stop at on the way home?
0.
Because you got it all done in Florida. That's where Hooters started. So why just stop in the Midwest when you had the OG?
Is that
Dana,
right?
The Hooters were sitting in his passenger seat.
That's right.
Got a couple of fun bags to play with right there. That's disgusting.
God, really?
Terrible.
I can't even think. Why would you say that?
I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, it's man's wife.
I showed up drunk.
Okay, so what else is new?
Boy, there was a time, Randy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So the state boys high school hockey tournament closed out over the weekend with that overtime thriller. Moorhead beating Minnetonka. Warroad beat the Hibbing Chisholm Hockey Club by a goal. Also an overtime game on the Class A side of things. It says here Warroad won their first title since 2005. Is that right?
Wow.
Really? It's been 20 years since...
They're in the tournament every year almost.
Is that a correct statement? Someone want to look up the past winners of the... It's really been 21 years since Warroad won a state title? I find that...
It might be.
I find that to be odd. And it's something else everyone's been talking about. They were talking about it at the bar yesterday concerning the boys' high school hockey tournament is the kid from Edina who had a little bit of a flip out there at the ass end of the Edina-Moorhead game. He kind of knocked some dudes around, and there was a little bit of a hug fest at the end of the game. I don't know if any of you saw it or care to comment.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
I guess the only thought that I had, because I was watching it when it happened, I think that was Friday night. Edina knows they're losing the game to Moorhead. That was who they played, right?
Yep.
Moorhead?
Yep.
And the one kid kind of flipped out and threw some elbows. All that came to my mind was I would have done the same damn thing. I mean, was it ugly? Was it, what's the word I'm looking for? Unnecessary? Absolutely. But a kid, if it makes you feel any better, I would have done the same damn thing.
Yeah.
I know it's not right, but I know myself. I know if I was in that situation, I would have done the same thing. It's
16, 17, 18-year-old kids, frustration.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw somebody say that the fact that Moorhead beat Edina and Minnetonka in back-to-back games means that team should be inducted in the Minnesota Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yeah, everyone's despite all the conversation we've had on this show to try to ease back that cliche Edina hate. I've told you of my experiences where I learned that I really, those guys weren't bad guys after all. Despite all that, everyone still hates Edina.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess there were some people thrown out of the rink Friday night during that Edina-Moorhead game for starting an F Edina chant.
Oh, come on.
It's still pretty prominent. So, yeah, people love to see Edina lose, Eden Prairie, Minnetonka, they're the city teams. People love to see the outstate schools win. That's still a thing.
I have more of an issue with what Minnetonka did after the game Saturday night than what Edina did after the game.
Oh, not talking to the media?
I didn't hear this.
No,
What happened?
not talking to the media, taking off your medals and not accepting the trophy and all that other garbage.
Oh, wow. I didn't hear about that.
You got to explain this
Oh,
to
you
us.
didn't?
So that the kids from Minnetonka didn't want the second place medals put around their neck?
Yeah, some of them took them off as soon as they put them on. They ripped them off. A couple kids didn't take off their helmets, to make it impossible for the people to put the medals around their neck. It took them 3 times to announce or have them to go up to accept their trophy before they went up and accepted their runner-up trophy. I mean, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, that's when you know you're spoiled.
Well, again, though, you're
16,
talking about
17-year-old kids.
I'm sorry, Randy, but in that case, the coach has got to step in a little bit.
I understand, and I don't disagree, but they're kids. They were up 4-1 in the third period, right, and lost the game. I just think that you have to give them a little bit of grace.
You're running a little hot. Here's a text from you pick him up, you dropped him, Jesus. about that kid from Medina. This listener says, you wouldn't have punched a kid in the back of the head. I don't think you would have done that. Oh, yeah, I would have, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You saw yourself in that kid?
Oh, yeah, I did. I really did. I kind of felt bad for him because I was that type of kid, too.
Well, then if I had to pick a kid that I saw myself in, it was the kid that tried to sucker punch another player but missed. I'd be that kid.
Was that part of the mix?
There was another guy that did that.
Oh, did he miss? Yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah. Things get uncorked once in a while. They got the F Edina chant going at the ring.
You can be a little bit more clever than that.
Well, but it's got that perfect bounce to it.
Yeah.
You know, blah, 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 da, right? I mean, hard to turn that one down. It's a classic.
I guess I would just go back to Josh's school, Holy Angels, when we used to play them in hockey, and they'd beat us in sections, and they would chant, Jesus hates you. I just think that was just one of the best ever.
Mr. Hockey was named yesterday or the day before. The most outstanding senior high school boys hockey player in the state goes to one of those kids that just won the title from Moorhead. Tyler, nope, that's not it. Tyden Bergeson. Tyden, Tyden. You ever, can you think of a Mr. Hockey Award winner from any past year where you just were a big fan of that kid and thought, oh, this is the kid, this is the guy? I think of guys like Dave Spihar.
Sure, Dave Spihar comes to mind right away.
Oh, my God. When what was that? I have it in front of me here, 96. When I watched him play in the state tournament for Duluth East, I was like everyone else in town. I thought, this kid is unbelievable. Unfortunately, it didn't really transfer. It didn't really, he struggled a little bit with but Dave Spihar's one that came to mind right away.
I would say Mike Crowley for Jefferson.
Oh, dude.
Back in the mid-'90s.
94.
Jefferson was really good in the mid-'90s. They had a couple of guys. Mike Crowley comes to mind. Larry Olam comes to mind for me, too.
Larry Olam was
out of War Road.
One of the slickest puck handlers I had ever seen in my life. I thought for sure he was going to be an NHLer, but that was 1988. I was a high school kid. I don't think I fully realized how difficult that is. When Larry Olam played for the Golden Gophers, he was just one of the slickest defensemen I've ever watched. I understand he still coaches in town here somewheres. I thought maybe it was Orono or something like that. But, those are good names.
Dave Spihar is one of the great high school hockey quotes of all time. Are you familiar with what he said?
It rings. Yeah, go ahead. I already know where you're going with it, but I want to hear it anyway.
He said it's that time of year when the North hates the Metro and the Metro hates the private schools and everyone hates Edina.
Yeah, right.
That was him that said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a couple more for you. George Palawa.
Oh, sure.
God help us, but I can't think of the school he went to. Built like he was 35 years old. Someone tell me George Palawa's friggin' Bemidji. Am I out of my mind? Or did something terrible happen with George? But I remember watching him. I have a terrible feeling something bad happened. But watching him thinking,
he was a young man when he died.
He was drafted, was it by the Calgary Flames?
Yes.
1986. Yeah, he died in a car wreck now that it's coming back to me. Right, Josh?
Yeah, he died in 86. I'm looking to see how he passed.
He never got a chance to go to the pros. He was, the old cliche, a man amongst boys.
Yeah, it was a car wreck.
Tom Chorsky, Brian Bond, and Paul Martin. Right. Some of these guys. Yeah. That's very sad. I knew there was something about Palawa.
I'm looking at the list right now. Chorsky was the very first Mr. Hockey in 1985.
Right.
In 1985.
That's fun. It's fun to talk about despite one tragic ending.
Back-to-backs, you got Nick Leddy and Nick Bukestad back-to-back years as Mr. Hockey.
Oh, wow. So the Pigs were pretty friggin' busy. And they made some pretty interesting moves Friday. Let's start with the ones that probably didn't throw anybody one way or the other. They traded Vinny Hinostroza, that dude. Right. Traded him to Florida. What the hell's this other kid now?
Picked up Bobby Brink.
Bobby Brink, right. I have it here.
Right.
Bobby. Speaking
and
of
Foligno and Marcus's brother.
No, we're getting there. Bobby Brink, did he not go to Minnetonka? Speaking of Minnetonka.
Yep. He's a local guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
He played for the Philadelphia Flyers. They traded for Bobby Brink in exchange for defenseman David Jiricek. I never figured out how to say his name, but that was a kid who a lot was expected of him. It didn't really work out. But, yes, I was building up to – I thought it was a joke when I read that they traded for Nick Foligno. How cool is that to have the Foligno brothers on the same friggin' club?
That's really awesome.
Yeah,
and I read from Michael Russo the way that Nick told Marcus. He called him up. He goes, "Hey, man, I got traded." Kind of sounded kind of somber. And he goes, "Oh, man, well, you'll make the best of it." And he goes, "Yeah, I'll see you in about an hour and a half."
I was kind of hoping that Marcus would be the one to break the news to his brother.
Oh, yeah, that would have been cool, too.
But Nick knew before Marcus knew.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when we'll get a chance to talk to Marcus again because, again, for whatever reason, he's injured and the Pigs don't want us to talk to him.
Well, maybe they'll let us talk to Nick.
I already made the ask. I said, "Can we get both of them on? That'd be fantastic."
I got a few emails over the weekend saying you're going to get them on or not.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That is really cool. And, I mean, not only is it cute, yay, brothers playing together, but Nick Foligno can play.
Mm-hmm. Marcus also added that the whole family, even the dad, was just in tears.
Oh,
crying.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Marcus also said something along the lines of, I like to think my mom had something to do with this because she passed a couple of years ago from breast cancer, and they've been doing this Foligno face-off thing where they've been raising money for charity all year long.
Right.
That is really, really interesting and really cool. And I think Foligno played a little bit yesterday, didn't he? I didn't watch much of the game. Yeah. They lost in a dopey shootout in Denver. Goes in the books as a 3-2 win for the Avalanche.
It was a fun game, though. I had this feeling afterwards. I'm like, I could watch 7 of those. That would be very fun.
Good game?
Yeah, it was fun.
Shame that it had to end in a shootout?
Exactly.
Of course. They all are. Pigs coach Gene Snitsky said after the game that, they split the season series. Entertaining game, he said, and he hopes that they meet in the playoff. That would be a great playoff series.
Mm-hmm.
Now the boys have 6 games in a row, or 6 of their next 7 here at home. With the tournament, right, they got to leave town. They start tomorrow night taking on Utah.
You just have a problem with Utah.
Oh, no, I have a problem with with expansion.
Okay.
Sorry. Look, Utah was an expansion. They were the Phoenix Coyotes. They should have just gassed that team altogether. And I hate that. There's a reason why I call the Seattle Kraken the totally unnecessary Seattle Kraken. These teams should not be a part of the National Hockey League.
Both Utah and Seattle are going to make the playoffs, probably.
Good. That's fine. They might as well. Everyone makes the friggin' playoffs. Now you brought up another problem I have with the National Hockey League.
No. How do you feel about half shields?
Oh, they're the best. Trim the friggin' league down to 22 teams again. We need to eliminate some of these teams, and that goes for the NFL, NBA, NHL. Who am I missing? Baseball. We need to eliminate some baseball teams. Anyway, Pigs had a nice game yesterday. Lost, but they're returning home for some laughs now. The Frost got a win yesterday over the Toronto Scepters. That was only their second game coming back from the Olympic break. Don't forget about the Frizost. They're at home Wednesday night. And we got texts coming in. We started talking about great high school hockey players, guys that may or may not have won Mr. Hockey. The Strobels.
Hill Murray.
Eric Strobel, was he a Hill Murray guy?
Mm-hmm.
He must have had some brothers because one of our listeners texted in about playing against the Strobel brothers. They both had full beards in 8th grade.
Oh, yeah, there are those kids growing up playing sports who are like, did you drive to the arena? You look like you're 17 years old.
I'm telling you, it was something.
I'll tell you what, there's a kid on my son's 8th grade basketball team that looks like he could be a parent of somebody.
Yeah, I mean, when we'd play spring and summer hockey, during the regular season, we'd play other pink-faced kids from Edina, Minnetonka, Eden Prairie, Hopkins, Cooper, Osseo, right? We played all the clean-cut kids. When we would play spring and summer hockey, we would find ourselves playing against Minneapolis, Edison, Roosevelt. For whatever reason, those kids were twice our size and fully bearded. And I'm talking like 7th, 8th grade. There was something about those, the St. Paul team, like South St. Paul.
Yeah.
They weren't always the greatest team in the world, but they were friggin' men. It was intimidating at times. Like, wait a minute. How old are you fellas?
It's kind of like in the sports movies, especially the sports kids movies, when the big bad rival, they clearly intentionally casted actors that were 3 or 4 years older than the heroes, They look so big and so muscular.
I'd be at the center position, and I'd want to say to the other kid across the way, wait a minute, you've got pock marks. You're not supposed to have pock marks. You're supposed to have pimples. Why do you already have pimple scars? When did you go through puberty?
There was a tournament we played in Council Bluffs, Iowa, a soccer tournament. And so, a bunch of dorks from Egan get paired up in the championship game against some big Nebraskan kids that clearly grew up on farms and had the muscles to show for it. Oh, boy, were we outmatched there.
I'll bet.
We could usually beat them. We could. But they were built for battle. Golden Gopher women's hockey team is a 4th seed in the NCAA tournament.
Roll the boat, Scotty Ma, and go Gophers, Big Ten Network.
They will host Northeastern University here in town 2 o'clock Saturday. So the Golden Gopher ladies are ready for the NCAA tournament. They hope to return to the Frozen Four for the 16th time. It's pretty impressive. The last time they were there was 3 years ago. Last Friday, USA Hockey announced that there are now 100,000 girls and women playing some form of organized hockey across America.
That's awesome.
Since women's hockey was first introduced in the Winter Olympics in 1998, the number of girls and women playing in the United States has grown by 257%.
Wow.
In 98, there were 28,000 women and girls playing hockey. Now, 100,000 or more. And no matter what you are, guy or a gal, or somewheres in between, it's incredible how quickly your skill set can improve once you start playing regularly. And that goes for hockey or anything else for that matter. I know I've told this before, but when I was driving the Zamboni at Wayzata High School in 1992, I believe that was the first year that Wayzata had a club girls hockey team. And so I was working the rink. I was there for every one of their practices and games. And they were absolutely terrible. It was the most difficult hockey I've ever watched in my life. It was terrible. 1 year later, that same team comes out and plays. I could not believe the difference.
Mm-hmm.
So it just goes to show you. You get the chance to do it enough, you're gonna get good at it.
You can use kind of the same comparison to girls basketball in the state, although, I mean, obviously it's come a long now,
way. Yeah.
But back in the 70s, if you watch some of those older games from the 70s, those state tournament games, and how, the quality of the game just wasn't good. And now, I mean, geez,
Do you remember the description of girls basketball by Patrick Royce, the famous line?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tiptoe ball throwing.
Tiptoe ball throwing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how we described girls basketball in the 80s.
Now you have dozens of girls getting Division I scholarships out of this
for sure.
every year.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't in Minnesota, before girls hockey started, didn't they play like 2 years of ringette?
Yeah.
Ringette was like the precursor to girls hockey in Minnesota.
Yeah, ringette was the thing.
Am I right about that?
Yeah, you're right.
It seems to me that there was organized ringette in Minnesota before hockey started for girls.
Yeah. And back to my days of the Zamboni driving at Wayzata High School when girls hockey first started at that school. I don't like to make self-serving comments about myself. Josh, do you want to tell everyone what those girls high school players, what they referred to me back in those days?
The hot one or something like that?
I was the hot Zamboni guy.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll finish the sentence. They called me the hot Zamboni guy. Let me tell you something, Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder. Those days are gone. Long gone.
Yes, they are.
Did anyone see the video of the Iowegian girls high school player that scored 8 points in 19 seconds?
I did.
Incredible.
I saw this everywhere on the internet.
Yeah.
Iowegian girls high school basketball playoffs. It was like Reggie Miller, what he did to the New York Knicks all those years ago, only there were 2-point shots instead of 3-point shots.
God, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Remember recreating that on the driveway at the bus stop the next morning.
Is that up on our website, the video of this gal from...
No, I never got that.
Oh, I thought you meant the video of me recreating on my driveway.
Yeah, that's up on the website, yeah.
Well, I'd like to see that. So you have to see it to fully understand it, and there's an edit in the video. Down 6 with 40 seconds left. This gal named Ava, this is how it went. And you got to see the video. She hit a bucket. Somehow her club got the ball back. That's where there's an edit, where suddenly her team is inbounding the ball again, and you wonder, well, what happened? Well, so obviously her team must have gotten the ball back. Why there's an edit there, I don't know. So she hits a bucket. Somehow her club gets the ball back relatively quickly. She hits another bucket. Then she steals the inbounds pass, hits a bucket. Now it's a tie game. She steals the inbounds pass again, hits a bucket. They win the game. But you got to check it out. Back to back.
That girl making the inbounds pass.
Oh, no.
Has got to be.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a long bus ride home.
Oh Lord.
I hope that coach was out of timeouts, because he or she would be second guessing themselves too. Like, why didn't I call one or two there?
Right.
Okay. We've been talking a lot about women's sports, and we got more as we continue on. Lamb Jam Jesus says girls high school wrestling has become extremely popular.
Yeah.
And I got a story about that. It's funny you bring that up. I don't like his attitude, though. He says, I know you hate to acknowledge high school wrestling. What's with the attitude?
When?
What's with the attitude? I don't know anything about high school wrestling.
Yeah.
It's not that I hate to acknowledge it. What's your problem, Lamb Jam Jesus? Anyway, it's perfect that you texted this morning. Women's college wrestling I have in front of me. They say that's one of the fastest growing sports in the United States. And they had their NCAA tournament. Some level. I don't know if they're just getting started or if it's over. Because I hate to acknowledge it, Josh. That's why I don't have.
That's well documented.
Right. Oh, this year was the first ever NCAA women's wrestling tournament. That's great. Unfortunately, all the good feelings about this event were largely overshadowed by a controversy. Most folks who were there believe that during a match, one gal wrestler bit herself during a match and then screamed out in pain so the ref would think that her opponent bit her, and that way her opponent would be disqualified.
Oh, no.
Shady, right?
I've never heard of that.
Very shady.
That's crazy.
There's a joke I used to know where two guys are wrestling and one guy bites his own bag. Anyway, I won't remember it. But that's the story. The NCAA is still standing by the referee's call. The referee did disqualify one lady wrestler and say you're disqualified for biting. But if you watch the video, it looks very much that like one of the girls bit herself and then said, owie, owie, look what she did to me. So a shady moment has kind of marred the very first NCAA women's wrestling tournament. The girl was yes.
Was there not a review of some type where they could watch that and correct the call?
You're asking the wrong guy about whether they have video review at any level of wrestling. But The gal yelled out in pain. Here was part of what people are talking about. They're saying the gal yells out in pain and grabs her right arm. Ow, ow, ow. The ref blows the whistle, or whatever they do in wrestling, and blames the biting on her opponent. Her bites were on her left arm. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So the whole thing was shady. I mean, people are mad at the ref, but what ref is going to think, hey, wait, did you bite yourself, right? So it's like a thing. It's a friggin' thing. It's a damn shame. Video seems to show this girl, college-age lady wrestler, putting her own left arm in her mouth.
I can't see it.
God.
I'm trying to.
I don't know if you're getting your ass kicked. Maybe you come up with something like that, right? She bit me. All right. You ever do that to get out of a fight, Josh? Did you beat yourself up?
No. Emotionally. No, I've never even considered such a thing.
No.
She did look ridiculous in the still photos, if that's what happened, if she really did that.
You mean the bite marks?
Yeah.
Or there are a lot of...
No, just her biting herself, if that's what she was doing.
Oh, there's a still shot of her doing that.
Oh,
okay.
I got to see that.
Oh, no.
It's in the article I sent you, Ashley.
Oh, okay. I got caught up on the video.
Yeah, they pulled the video.
If you really did that, guy or girl wrestler, you know what you did, right? You bit yourself in order to get your opponent disqualified. Do you not tell anybody for a good decade?
Yeah, you keep that one to yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything to anybody.
Oh, what are we doing now? There's been some good stuff this morning. That's really unique stuff. Okay, Golden Gopher men's basketball has been seeded 11th for the Big Ten men's basketball tournament, which starts Wednesday. As my buddy Phil would say, it starts Wednesday in Chicago. They'll play Rutgers. I'm sorry?
It actually starts tomorrow.
Oh,
they don't
right.
play tomorrow. It's crazy. There's the four lowest seeds would have to win 6 games in 6 days to win the tournament.
That's insane.
You're right, Brad. The tournament starts tomorrow. Gophers don't play till Wednesday. They got an 8 o'clock game. That's kind of nice. They got an 8 o'clock game. We can see the game.
Oregon, Maryland, Northwestern, and Penn State all got to play tomorrow. So if they, all 4 of those teams would have to win 6 games in 6 days.
Oh, must-see TV are those 2 games tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well,
Can you imagine the Gophers having to do that with 6 players?
Well,
oh my God!
No matter how well they play, we've talked about it. No matter how well they play, they're going to run out of gas at some point.
For
it'd be
sure.
nice to see them obviously win tomorrow. They can win that game tomorrow.
Oh, they can win that game tomorrow, and I think UCLA is waiting at the end of that game.
Yeah.
They can beat UCLA.
They could probably with them too, but by the time they get to Michigan State on Friday, they might be out of gas.
I like the Big Ten basketball tournament. I'll get involved in that sumbitch. Back to this alleged female college wrestler who bit herself during a match in order to get her opponent disqualified. Better than Dana at Mario Kart, Jesus says. That sounds like something that Eddie Guerrero would have done.
You're right.
Or if her coach was John Kreese of some sort.
Oh, dude. From the, don't tell me, the Cobra Kai?
Yeah, Cobra Kai.
Johnny Kreese. No mercy was his motto, wasn't it?
That's right.
Oh, this old gimmick. We get this once a week where someone asks a professional basketball, the word I'm trying to say. Someone asks a professional basketball player, who's your all-time starting 5? Well, Anthony Edwards was asked this question by Ahmad Rashad.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Inside stuff.
So, if you care, this is always happening. Who's your Mount Rushmore? So Ahmad asked Anthony, who's your all-time starting 5? He put Steph Curry at the 1. He put himself at the 2.
I love him. I knew it.
Who didn't see that coming?
No.
He's done this before, though. He's been asked the same question. He put himself in.
Oh, did he?
Surprised he didn't put himself at the 2, the 3, and the 4.
Right.
Oh, boy. So he put himself ahead of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Jarrah West, Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade, Clyde Drexler. He put himself,
God.
but he kept Jordan in the lineup. He put Michael Jordan at the small forward. And then he went the Durantula power forward and
that's favorite player.
Yes. He had it nailed. He did. And I got a little tear in my eye when he originally named. I can't say his name, Josh. You have to say his name.
Oh, you can say it.
The greatest basketball player to ever live, Hakeem Olajuwon. He had Hakeem Olajuwon as the starting center, but then he changed his friggin' answer to Shaq. Go Nuggets. You don't change your answer to Shaq. Not if you want to keep me as a fan. You don't eliminate the dream for Shaq and keep me around. Now, we got some oddball stuff here. But
I like oddball stuff.
I think you really you like quirky things.
I do.
Dana likes everything quirky. YouTube kid Logan Paul, who now makes a living as a television wrestler, has upped and said that no football player could beat him in a boxing match. What he didn't consider before he made that statement is that nobody effing cares. I couldn't possibly care if he's right about that or not. No football player can beat me in boxing? Shouldn't a boxer say that no boxer can beat me in boxing?
That'd be more of a confident thing to say.
Wait, is this the dude that I always get the brothers confused. So is this the one that was on Tom Brady's podcast? Oh, okay, so that makes sense. He's doing this because he basically talked about or told Tom Brady that he's not like a crazy, football athletes aren't insanely talented athletes.
Oh, I believe that's all the work.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it most definitely is.
Yeah, for sure it is. They're a little squabble back and forth.
So the YouTube kid is offering $1 million if any football player can beat him at boxing, and we're supposed to follow this?
Yeah. He is annoyingly good at wrestling. When he first debuted...
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, when he first debuted, I saw him on the mic. I was like, oh, okay, he's good on the mic, but he's going to suck in the ring. And then he gets in the ring. I'm like, god dang it, he's good at this too? I'm so annoyed.
Who does he remind you of? Is he a high flyer?
Yeah.
Like Greg Gagne and Jim Brunzell?
Yeah, I'm kind of maybe like a Shawn Michaels type.
You claim to get brothers confused, Ashley?
Yeah.
That's a lie. Give me the Sutter brothers, oldest to youngest. Go. She knows all the Sutter brothers.
John.
Give me the two Smothers brothers.
No clue.
The Smothers brothers?
Smothers?
Yeah.
I know those.
Well, give them to us,
I
Brad.
immediately thought of the jelly.
Tom Smothers?
Yeah.
And
Dick Smothers.
Dick Smothers, yeah.
Dick Smothers.
Don't forget about the
Because Ernie was
Tom and Dick.
They had one named Ernie, but he couldn't sing or play the banjo, so he wasn't in the band.
Yeah, I was a little off.
A lot of folks.
I think if I were Aiden Hutchinson, I might take up Mr. Paul on that. I think Aiden Hutchinson could probably beat him.
In boxing?
Yeah.
Well, do you know that? By the way, who's Aiden Hutchinson?
The Lions, defensive lineman.
From the Lions, yeah.
Do you know
Got
that
all the eye
like
black?
that? I'm just saying somebody like that who's quick and who's big and who's strong and yeah.
That'd be
He's a big, strong guy.
Big, strong guy, yeah.
None of these sumbitches could beat Eddie Guerrero in his prime. Where was
I'm
this?
a big guy. I'm a big, strong guy.
Yeah, see?
Where was this gimmick when unhinged bastards like Jimmy Connors and John McEnroe were playing the game? Tennis tournaments are adding rage rooms so players can come uncorked and not embarrass themselves and the sport in general by flipping out on the court.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's fun.
I want to see that, though.
I'd imagine they'll televise it.
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah, if we could have a camera in there, then yeah, I say we go for it.
Close the door on the rage room. I want to see him do everything right there on the court.
Yeah.
This is a bad idea. Not that I'm the number one tennis fan in the world, but if there's a tennis player like a McEnroe or a Connors, that's very interesting to watch them wet their pants as grown adults out on the court. We don't need these stupid rage rooms. Sure, you're right, Josh. You'll probably put cameras in there.
I should sponsor it.
It won't be as much fun as seeing them do it out there on the court.
Ashley, have you ever been to one of those rage rooms? It seems like something you might be in line with.
No, never, but I've always been interested in it, yeah.
Ashley can make any room a rage room.
Yeah,
so can Nick.
They don't need to go to a specific venue.
No.
Right.
I'm definitely one of those people, too, when I'm, really pissed off. That would help. Like, throwing stuff or hitting something would feel pretty good.
It's supposed to help. That's what they say.
I've never seen
But I need it, instantly. I need something to happen, and then I need to, walk 5 feet.
Did your mom ever tell you to, hit a pillow or anything?
I can't recall.
You want us to bring in a case of Old Milwaukee returnable bottles or something like that?
That'd be so fun.
Once we drain them, you'll have those empty bottles to smash here in the building. I've never seen you come anywhere near uncorked. I come almost uncorked every day.
No, you guys have never seen me really mad. There's only the select few situations that really tick me off.
There's only one time I was afraid of you, Ashley, and that was that day that I stopped over to help you move. And by stop over, I mean right when the truck was just about 99% full. And you go, oh, I forgot something. And you go back inside. You come running out just carrying a rifle over your head.
It wasn't loaded.
I was like, oh, God.
I have to grab the weapons.
Antonio Brown says he'll fight the YouTube kid, Paul. Please.
You don't need to be
cut
hitting
the power.
The head anymore,
just cut
dude.
the power. If that comes on my television, I'm going to be upset. I don't know if this stuff matters at all to you, but the Vikings have restructured the contracts of T.J. Hawkinson, this guy, that guy, another guy, right. Justin Jefferson, Christian Darrisaw, Byron Murphy Part 2. And it sounds like all this restructuring has put $30 million in a bucket for them to spend now. Is that good?
That is good because they have draft picks that they're going to have to sign and a quarterback most likely. I see that Tua, the Dolphins announced this morning that Tua is going to be released, which means that they will have $99 million in dead money. The Dolphins will, over 2 years, $64 million in dead money.
Just light it on fire.
Year, I don't know what that means.
Million.
What does that mean?
That means they owe him that money, but they don't want him on the team. So they'll pay him to be gone, basically. And it's an NFL record, $99 million in dead money against the cap. It's like when the Wild had Parisian Suter on the cap for X amount of years after they were gone. Same concept.
They couldn't spend that money, but they owed it to two players not playing for them anymore.
That's correct. They owed the money, but they couldn't spend it.
Who was the famous coach that happened to? You've told us where it was years upon years he'd get money every year.
Are you thinking of Bobby Bonilla?
Bobby Bonilla. That's the Mets player.
That was a little different because he
Nick Saban
out his contract over 20-some years, and so
that's right.
So that was a little bit different.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he's the one that he set it up that way to get paid $1 million every year or whatever it was.
Yeah,
so Tua's going to go play for somebody else, and then that team will only have to probably pay him the minimum. Same with Kyler Murray. Murray's contract's not going to be a 1 year minimum, more than likely. So.
Oh God, a Viking player. Sorry, that was gas. A Viking player also retired. Ryan Kelly, a center. He's retiring. He's had too many concussions. He's putting a lid on it.
That's probably a smart choice. But yeah, like 2 or 3 last year alone?
I read 3.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tua, that's the reason to stay away from Tua, too.
Yeah.
The Raiders made a trade with the Baltimore Ravens. They traded Max Crosby to the Ravens.
Huge trade.
And I haven't followed any of this World Baseball stuff yet. I watched 2-3 minutes of it over the weekend. I watched the Team USA and the World Baseball Classic against Sudan or something. I don't know. But someone told me, Josh, that they're playing some. Are they playing some of this World Baseball in Tokyo?
I honestly don't know.
It's kind of all over the world, so I'm guessing. Yeah.
All right, let's just go. Let's go with it. A listener texted in, Josh, to say that Mr. Big played some songs at a World Baseball Classic at the Tokyo Dome.
Are they messing with us?
I don't know.
Because I follow their YouTube page and everything. I haven't seen it. I'll have to look.
Well, then maybe they didn't if it's not on their YouTube page. That'd be glorious to go to a baseball game and one of the greatest rock bands to ever live cuts into one. That's like when I went to the Twins game and the Doo-Doo Pies played some songs about doo-doo. What was that group called again that we love so much?
Doo-Doo Pies.
Josh.
Cuckoo Kangaroo?
Yeah, Cuckoo Kangaroo.
I thought you were talking about the actual Doo-Doo Pie song.
No.
Yeah, Cuckoo Kangaroo, they're awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Is that where you first saw them?
Yes, I was at a Twins game. Does anyone remember the season where they did this almost every other home game? In between innings, they'd have a band up at one of the bars.
Oh, yeah. Sure, yeah.
They only did it for 1 year.
At Target Field.
Yeah, Target Field. So in between innings, they'd play a song, and there I was watching the Twins. And in between the fourth and fifth inning, they said, well, here's a local band called Cuckoo Kangaroo, and they sang a song called Everybody Poops.
I absolutely love them. God,
They are great.
So good.
They're so funny.
I told you guys before, I saw them at the Minnesota Zoo once, and there was a bunch of like tough-looking motorcycle club members. I don't know if it was a day that they were all there, and they were looking at Cuckoo Kangaroo. I mean, they were like these bright gold hip packs and fanny packs and stuff like that. And they're looking like, what are we watching here? And eventually, people are singing along. Everybody got into it. Those guys are incredible.
I didn't like it at first. I didn't. When they first started singing Everybody Poops. Because I don't like songs about poop. But they grabbed me when their next track was called I Speak Whale.
I love that.
And they proved it, didn't they?
They did prove that they speak whale. That's when I said, okay, this is the act that I need in my life. Cuckoo Kangaroo.
I heard about them through you guys first, obviously, but then a couple summers ago, me and my family do this charity walk every summer. It's called Step Up for Down Syndrome. They were there, and I immediately took a video and sent it to you guys and was like, it's your favorite people ever, and it was so awesome. Everyone loved it. And they've had different acts these following years, and they're absolutely trash compared to Cuckoo Kangaroo.
Randy, welcome home.
Thank you.
And
nice
Brad,
to be home.
Brad, enjoy your spring break as much as you can.
I will try.
We'll see you buttholes later.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today, 763-571-2410, or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Dr. P. Jesus.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's welcome Dr. P to the show. If you have something bothering your voluptuous body, text us 651-989-9393 and ask the friggin' guy. Ask Dr. P. How you been, son?
Doing all right. Yeah, just ask. Please just ask.
What's the stupidest question in the entire world, Dr. P?
Ooh, is this a trick question?
The one you didn't ask.
Oh, right. Yeah, and there are no bad questions, unless it was really a bad question.
You know, we had a teacher, he was a science teacher, who said there are stupid questions, and a lot of you asked them.
Seriously? What a way to encourage, interactivity in the classroom.
I never raised my hand after that. Maybe that was his way of saying, just let me do the talk.
Oh, boy. That's terrible.
Obviously, this segment is about helping out our wonderful listening audience. We don't mean to be selfish, but Josh, do you want to ask Dr. P first and foremost about neck farts?
Oh, yeah. So, Neck Born over there, a new character on the show.
Yeah.
Dana's neck, it makes these loud gurgling noises where Ashley and I have noticed them plenty of times, but there's sometimes they're so loud it makes it over the car noise of people driving to work. They can hear it.
You know that burp that crawls up your system and kind of rattles in your throat?
Yeah.
It came up because this morning, Dr. P, I had one that was so loud I might have shattered some car windows.
Yeah, it was really that was the loudest one yet.
But it's daily. I mean, this morning was maybe the most noticeable one on record, but it's daily. These microphones are worth $5 at the most. They really shouldn't be picking
but
that.
They pick that.
Yes.
I mean, do you feel it when it happens?
It's kind of like a hiccup, or it just kind of comes out of nowhere. Like, I don't feel it coming on, but I definitely feel when it happens.
Could it be an early sign of GERD, which we covered, I think, a month ago during this segment? Could it be a sign of GERD?
He said he doesn't get acid reflux.
Yeah, I mean, GERD isn't that high up typically.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, boy, I don't know. I mean,
I've noticed it always comes after I take a big swig of Gatorade.
Okay. I mean, people sometimes can have like this little pocket in the top of your esophagus. It's like a little channel, or not channel, but it is a pocket. And maybe you've got something there and it's just bloop, some fluid every once in a while.
It's gathering fluid. It won't drain, and it kind of bubbles up and makes a noise.
I can't remember the name for it.
Do you ever foresee a day where the GERD will be the word?
The GERD is the word.
It is. It's already reached that status?
Yeah.
He GERD it through the grapevine once.
Keep going.
Well, that's interesting. You could have some kind of little disgusting pocket in your throat.
Yeah, imagine
Gross.
what's in there. Other than Gatorade, but there's probably some other stuff in there.
Is there anything he can do to stop it?
I mean, it is interfering with his career slightly, so he might want to go. Although maybe it's augmenting his career as well, if it's entertaining. But yeah, I mean, eventually, if you want to know, you got to have somebody look down there with us.
So let's be honest. Sometimes the neck burps are more entertaining than what I have to say. So,
all right, there's nobody in the room that can deny that.
No.
Do you have really, really bad breath?
Not that I know of.
No, we've noticed.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Because
I'm just kidding.
Oh, jeez, God.
I wonder if that pocket you're talking about, Dr. P, if that pocket would trap bacteria and things like that and give the guy ass breath.
If that's the case, I bet there's a chicken wing in there.
Yeah, I mean, there were multiple reasons people can have bad breath. I don't remember that necessarily being one of them.
Well, we've had a couple of coworkers over the years who were, it would be...
Do you get bad breath from having, like, tonsillitis? Is that, like, when you have, like, those little...
People have, like, crypts, or cryptic tonsils, they're called, where basically, if you look in there, it's like, it looks like... what do you call that place out in Arizona, where there's a canyon? There you go.
The Grand
Canyon.
Is it grand? It's
yeah. There's like fissures in there, and people do get like basically tonsilliths. Essentially, it's like, they're just nasty things that occasionally they'll, especially if they're your buddy in college, they'll spit one up and pinch it open in your nose in front of you.
Yeah, aren't those? I have.
Thank you, Noah Kraft, wherever you are out there.
One time, I imagine you know why this was, but I had like a tonsil stone or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
And that was like one of the worst experiences, just because like I couldn't get over like the feeling of it.
Yeah.
Like being in my mouth, and then
Did it smell bad?
Yeah.
Make your breath bad?
It was. God.
Yeah, it's as bad a smell as you can imagine. Really.
Dana, get looked at. I suppose you ought to be looked at.
We had a woman here we used to have to call well, we didn't have to, but we called her Galitosis because
we did.
If you were in a room with her, it was so bad.
I love it. Well, we didn't have to.
What is halitosis? And of course, she was a female, so we called her Galitosis.
Yeah, that's just the medical name for bad breath.
Okay.
Probably a Latin derivative or something.
And how, Josh, in your estimation, how far could you be away from her and still smell that gateway to hell that she called a mouth?
2 counties, like not a Hennepin County size, but maybe like a Ramsey County, 2 of those.
Yeah, and did anyone ever say anything to her about it?
We didn't.
No,
we didn't.
I figure she's got people in her personal life that might say something.
I've heard a discussion about this recently, though, that like that's a really, really difficult conversation to have with somebody.
Yeah.
Because, partly, it's something they're not aware of, which they probably should be, but it's also something that by the time you bring it up, when you bring it up, they're going to realize that you've known about it for a while, and so has everybody else.
Yeah.
And has not said anything.
Oh, that would be
so it's just right.
That would be embarrassing.
It would. But
you ever had to have a conversation with someone about their smell down there?
No.
Well,
no.
Yeah.
How did that's a tough
it's
one
the
to
same
have.
deal. I think it's like, you don't want to. Yeah, it's just. What is that? It's a very challenging thing because you don't want to make someone feel bad, but at the same time,
I'd want to know.
Right. I mean, I think that's the thing.
I don't want anybody to call me galitosis
No.
or palatosis.
Right.
I've always hated those conversations. Like, say I'm going to I'm going to get checked out because like it burns when I pee or something like that, and then they ask you like, have you noticed any weird odors? And I'm like, I mean, no, I'm not really sure. I don't go around like smelling examples though. I'm not sure like what is weird. You're gonna have to get down there yourself. I don't know.
Maybe next time I'm here, we'll role play one of these conversations. we can help the listening audience know how to address it.
Yeah, maybe we could bring in like an HR representative and a therapist.
Like one of those corporate training videos where they reenact things.
Like, that was a terrible way to do it, Jim.
This person, this is good advice. He said, I always thought they should, or a good idea, make something like a breathalyzer for bad breath so you could test it out.
Oh, good idea.
That's a good point.
That's brilliant. Okay, 651-989-9393 if you have a question for Dr. P. Jesus. Here's one right from the get-go. Well, that's actually not fair. We've already jaw-jacked for 8 minutes. But this listener has seen two different doctors with different opinions for a spinal cord stimulator for RSD. What is your opinion on them? First off, what is RSD?
Well, reflex sympathetic dystrophy is that is what that stands for.
Spinal cord stimulators.
Yeah, that's actually the old term for it. I believe it's called complex regional pain syndrome now. But it's this thing, and maybe this has come up on here. It's something, somebody will get an injury, like to, say, an arm, and instead of everything just sort of, like normal injury, healing, maybe some aches and pains, it's like the nerves to that area just get completely screwed up. So that, if the rest of your body feels hot, that arm will feel cold. It'll sweat weird. And it's basically the nerves are just going nuts, and even the blood vessels are going nuts. And so it's very disconcerting and very uncomfortable. And so, yeah, depending on where it is, spinal cord stimulator is what he said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is one way to treat that. Spinal cord stimulators are, it's a thing where literally electrodes are kind of put down into a certain area to give interference to nerve function and basically override the pain.
Okay.
And that can be done for a variety of reasons. People who've had back surgery that didn't go well and they have some kind of, basically chronic pain in that area. People with diabetic neuropathy and terrible, symptoms of nerve irritation in the lower legs, and then but complex regional pain syndrome, again formerly known as reflex sympathetic dystrophy, is one of them. Basically, with the spinal cord stimulator, if you're a candidate for it, you usually have to get that approved by an insurance company because they're expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But they do a trial thing, so before they actually implant the stimulator, they do a test where they have the device on the outside, but they put the little needles down in the right area or the electrodes and have you wear it for a week or something.
So overall, you're not opposed to the procedure?
No.
Okay.
It's a great example of really advanced medical technology that has developed over the last 20, 30 years.
If it can help take some of the pain away?
Yeah, it really, because otherwise it's basically like it doesn't get better.
Yeah.
There are medications that can kind of quiet down those nerves that are used for a variety of things, but yeah, and did he say that both did recommend it? It's more complicated if one does and
two
one
doctors have different opinions. He didn't give exactly what they had to say. But two doctors had different opinions. He was just looking for yours.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't count mine as a third. I would maybe count it as 2.1.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I would, if he needs a tiebreaker, go get another opinion. I mean, it
Tiebreaker.
really is. It is worth it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Here's a question, about distance of ejaculate. And I will read
Someone
this as
set a
written.
record?
Distance.
No, he's concerned. This is from Can't Get a Date Jesus. I've always been able to get a good distance, he says. And it gives me examples. I won't read those. But,
thank you.
But not bad. I'll tell you that much. I've got you beat. Since reaching my late 40s and now in my early 50s, it's not quite the same. Is this normal, or should I get something looked at? He wants to know, is there a prostate issue perhaps?
Wait. Is he keeping track of this? Is this a normal thing for guys to just let it go to see how far they can? Does he do this every time? I'm confused.
He defines it in a way that would be more clear, but I'm afraid of being that descriptive.
Right.
Let me bring you into the mindset of a dude, Ashley.
Yeah.
We got to test ourselves once in a while. We got to test ourselves once in a while and see if we still got it.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering if my husband is at home doing this.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Where in our bedroom? Where are you doing this, honey?
Well, he doesn't say, if it's with someone, although he does say it's Can't Get a Date Jesus, but he doesn't necessarily say if it was with somebody or just on his own.
I'm just scared because, you know how sometimes you spill something and just a dry paper towel doesn't do the job. You got to get one wet and then wipe it up and then do the dry paper towel. I know that if my husband does this distance test, he's not getting a wet paper towel.
No.
He's just dabbing it, and then I'm going to step there.
He's not
later.
even doing that.
No, he's standing at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Right.
That's cheating.
That's
though, I
a
think.
fun mental picture.
we test ourselves throughout our lifetime. You should know this, Ashley.
Do you ever get home and there's a tarp across the kitchen floor?
I would be afraid that I was going to get murdered.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This guy's worried if there's something
No,
wrong.
I
is there
don't think
something
so.
wrong?
It's
if
like like any other thing for us
I think
dudes.
it's just one of the sad realities of aging for a man.
You can't run as fast. You can't jump as high. You can't shoot as far.
Not too long ago, Buddy was telling me he had warned his wife, here we go, look out. And it was just completely disappointing. he thought he was going to put on a show.
Just a friggin' bang flag came out.
Barely anything.
This whole discussion is makes me remember when I participated in a watermelon seed spitting contest. At the Carver County Fair.
Oh, that's nowhere near as wholesome as what we're talking about.
Well, but there's a tarp,
Quitter.
and people are measuring how far something can go.
If you've been in a watermelon spitting contest at the county fair, you might be a redneck.
I came in second, actually.
Did you really?
I did.
Just, whew.
Yeah.
You had a good...
I did. It is very different, just to be clear.
God, you probably got some ass that day for sure.
But it doesn't take a doctor to tell that dude that's just folks getting old.
No. Yeah. I think if you have pain... if suddenly there's a change, we've talked about blood coming out in ejaculate before, which is actually not a terrible thing normally, but still something worth seeking care for.
It'd be terrible to see, I bet.
Terrible to see.
And it probably goes for men and women, too. I doubt that Cytherea makes the same mess she did back in 1995, and some of you porn fans know what I'm talking about.
Hi, everybody!
Dr. P. Jesus, welcome to the Half-Assed Morning Show.
93X.
Let's get the hell out of here. After we have another conversation here with our guest, Dr. P. Jesus. Thanks for coming in, brah. Listeners have been texting in with their health-related questions. What?
We lost Dr. P.
What do you mean we lost him?
He said, thanks for coming in, brah.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Oh,
There's someone at my front door.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, anybody fun?
Better than the back door.
Depends on who's asking.
What is happening?
I'm getting my fireplace turned into a gas fireplace, and they're at my house early. Break in, people.
So you're looking at your cell phone?
Sorry.
He tuned us out.
No, it just popped. I'm like, oh, crap.
We're out of here in a few minutes.
Sorry.
No. It was a little confusing there for a minute, but we got to get to some music in honor of Dana. I think at 9 o'clock we're going to play Free Gird. Here's a concerning question for you, Dr. P, from a listener. I don't fall asleep anymore. I get dizzy and pass out.
Oh.
Like every night?
Is this a neurological condition?
I mean, I don't know what that. Yes,
that's scary.
you look worried.
Well,
really
I mean,
scary.
Dizzy and pass out.
Yeah, doesn't fall asleep. He gets dizzy and passes out. What the hell's going on over there?
I don't know.
What are you, smoking drugs?
Me?
No, some bitch who's
yeah. No. I mean, that just it's hard to make sense of that.
Who, me? He says.
Yeah. I'm like, well,
that's your answer. Yes.
I mean, I can't really put.
Yeah,
that
that's there's no other details there.
It sounds like if you're drunk and you get the spins and pass out.
Are you drinking a lot?
You are also asleep.
Where is this guy? Get back to us.
So, yeah.
If I was stone cold sober and that happened, I would think I would go to the doctor immediately. I would not wait for it to happen a second time.
Yeah, and I mean, people can have episodes of vertigo where you get very dizzy and you might need to lay down and you feel terrible, but again, you wouldn't pass out. If you feel dizzy, which could be also lightheaded, that's when people say dizzy, we always have to ask a lot of questions. Just like when they say they're lightheaded, we have to ask a lot of questions because you're trying to figure out, is it your vestibular system, so like what keeps you balanced and, what gives you motion sickness, or is it like a heart arrhythmia that's making you lightheaded and then pass out? So
this is What It Do, Jesus. Would you get back to us? We only got a couple of minutes.
It's one of those things that you don't want to ignore.
Any more details you want to give us?
Yeah, I mean, you would be very concerned about some sort of significant arrhythmia that is causing you to pass out or something.
So. He says it's immediately after a massive money shot. No, I'm kidding. No.
That can happen. You've mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Get back to us, What It Do, Jesus.
He did.
Is there anything? What did he say?
He said it's not every night, but it's almost like when you get the spins from drinking. It's a lightheaded feeling, but it doesn't feel like falling asleep.
Huh. It's not from drinking.
I mean, again, I would think. People can have positional vertigo, which sometimes happens when you are laying down in bed and you flip over.
Oh yeah.
The little stones that kind of get in the wrong place in your semicircular canals deep in your ear. But
they start knocking around.
Yeah,
There's stones in there.
Yeah,
that was one of the. I learned about that when I had my first bout of vertigo.
In your head, boy.
I mean, there actually are supposed to be little
granules.
And they're so sensitive,
granules, but they get in the wrong spot.
Yep, I've had that problem.
But yeah, I would be worried about some sort of heart arrhythmia that's causing, whether it's atrial fibrillation. I mean, there can be much more significant ones.
You heard it, dude. Go see a doctor.
Yeah, you need an EKG. You need to talk to somebody.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Hey.
Sort that out.
Miller Mechanic Jesus said, I have a seizure disorder. I have meds, but lately I've been having more seizures. Any idea what's happening?
I mean, sometimes people have basically very resistant seizure disorder where they need to be on more than one medication, sometimes several, and then unfortunately there's people that can have seizure disorders that are so severe that no matter what medication they're put on, they continue to have seizures. And there are, more extreme things like surgery to, either remove part of the area that is causing it, or sometimes the most severe is they basically cut your corpus callosum, which is the thing that connects your left hemisphere to your right hemisphere of your brain.
Come on, you don't need to explain what a corpus callosum is to us.
Right, sorry. But that's sort of a last ditch surgery where literally they can sever that and it will often stop seizures from propagating, but then literally your left and right parts of your brain are disconnected, which people can live with that, but it does some weird stuff.
Wow.
That is so crazy.
Hopefully that doesn't need to happen. But the other thing could be seizure medicines. Basically all of them have to have blood levels monitored occasionally because, the dosing has to be exact. And If your weight changes, if you change your diet, if you're on other medications, then the dosing may need to change. Either if you're too high, that can cause a lot of side effects. If you're too low, then the seizures would break through. So,
is it true that I guess Josh, you'd probably know this too? People that suffer from epilepsy, they can feel a seizure coming on like way before it does, or for some people, is it sudden?
Both.
Really?
It's called an aura.
Yeah. Yep.
And a lot of times, I would say, for me at least, and I feel very lucky that for the most part, medication's been able to control it. Sometimes I'll still get an aura, which I didn't realize was a seizure. I thought it was just a pre-seizure, but I just had a neurologist meeting last week. But they, so to answer your question, Ashley, yeah, a lot of times you can. It's usually the same thing. It's a little bit different for people, but a lot of the same experiences.
Yeah.
Can you explain what that feels like?
Well, for me, it feels like the world, it's hard to describe, but it's like the world's most powerful deja vu. And you're kind of like in your own head. You're sort of aware that there's things going on, and like a really, like as nauseous as you've ever felt. And then all of a sudden you kind of wake up and you're in a different place.
Interesting.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, the auras can vary a lot. I mean, I don't know if I've ever heard that. Some people will smell something. Like that's a pretty classic one. Like they'll smell almonds or something. But yeah, it can be a variety of things, and not everybody gets them, unfortunately, because then they have no warning at all.
That's very interesting stuff.
Yeah, I think for people who have it more rough than I do, it can just happen. All of a sudden, you're having a seizure.
Yeah,
which has happened a couple times to me. But
and that would be. I mean, it's frightening no matter what. But to have it come literally, like you can't do anything, not even say, "I'm gonna need help," or just to wake up later, like, "Oh wow,
You are one helpful Ohioan.
I never actually lived there, but thank you.
Oh, I thought you were from there.
Nah, my family lives there.
Where are you from, pal?
Connecticut.
Oh, that's right.
Connecticut.
I hate myself. Thanks, Dr. P. You've done wonderful work again, and we hope to see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, awesome being here.
Nice to see you, bro.
Bye.
Half-assed Morning Show 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.